Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Leopard Arena here at Lindsay High School, Lindsay, Oklahoma. We get set finally for some basketball here on a Friday night into Big Town as we get set for the Leopards and Leopardettes to take on the visiting Bulldogs and Lady Bulldogs from Lexington High School. My name's Greg Peary. Glad you've joined us here tonight for this one alongside Glenn Shoemake. Glenn, the weather came in, forced us to move a game, and then forced us to cancel it altogether, and it just seems like it's been forever since we played ball.
Yeah, kind of looking at it, I think over an 18-day stretch, we played one game.
One game.
In between there. Now, if you go out to 20 games, we played 3, or 20 days, we played 3 games in those. But it's been a stretch since we've been out here, and it's good to get back. It really makes it a busy end of the year. But I think that's a good thing with this layoff, so that you kind of get back in game shape and everything. And pairings, regionals, and districts areas came out today, and so I know we'll talk about that a little bit more later. But that's what it's all about. You're gearing up for the playoffs and trying to finish off your conference and try and get a conference championship out of this.
Well, and so you add on top of that, this really does get you ready to go. We'll play here tonight. We'll go to Washington next Tuesday night, but then Thursday, Friday, and Monday they will also play. So we will play 4 games in 8 days, if I count that up right, coming up this next week. So
yeah.
It'll get you ready. And then, of course, like you said, after that we'll get into districts and regionals. We will talk about that a little bit more coming up. But getting you set up for this game, these two teams met almost exactly 1 month ago today. In fact, the first game after the Christmas break. And we talk about this girls matchup, and over at Lexington, the Lady Bulldogs handed the Leopardettes a 64-60 loss over there, and got 18 points from Addison Lipple, and Madison Manuel had 14 in that game, and then they got 10 also from Riley Beeson. So they spread it around, had a lot of girls that scored. Landry Bean had 8. Natalie Dickinson had 7. The Leopardettes had some big numbers. Cameron Perry had 3 threes in that game, finished with 17, 13 from Braylee Malacote, and 11 from Maddie McGowan, 12 from Emily Stone. It was a 4-point game. Everything added up to be just about as close as that score was, but the Leopardettes just could not get over the hump in that one.
Yeah, very exciting game there between two really hot shooting teams that night, and when you put up 64 and 60 in a girls game, high school girls game, it's fun to watch. Sometimes, the girls contest, the scoring's down a little lower, but both teams were really on fire that night and hitting from everywhere. I remember Beeson was really tough to stop, but their post game, I think, is what it really came down to, is we just couldn't stop their post game, and in the end, that's what got us.
Madison Manuel, their 6-foot junior, no, she is a senior, is the girl that the Leopardettes just really had a struggle with there. And, of course, Beeson and, of course, Lipple is how the Leopardette, the Lady Bulldogs, go. As she goes, so they go. She's been their catalyst all season long.
Yeah, and she comes off the bench. She didn't start that game.
Yep, and she will start. They've got her down as a starter tonight, so she's worked her way into that role.
Yeah, she came off that bench, and she went to firing from everywhere in Macon. And I was really shocked that she wasn't in the starting lineup at that time. But like you said, if she's starting tonight, she's worked her way into it. She's definitely going to shoot it, and her first look is going to be at the rim. It's not going to be to pass.
And that's, again, the Leopardettes going to have to step up their defensive game and take care of the basketball here tonight. Of course, Leopardettes come off of a game against Marlowe where they lost that one by 4 a week ago. And low-scoring game, 30-26 the final score in that one. And 9 from Maddie McGowan led the way for the Leopardettes. Emily Stone had 8. And fouled out late in that ball game, 6 from Cameron Perry. But a low-scoring game. Neither team had anybody in double figures. But Leopardettes had a 3-point third quarter. They had an 8-point lead at halftime and had just a 3-pointer from Maddie McGowan was all the scoring they had in that third quarter. And you cannot do that and expect to win a ball game. You're going to have to come up with some points, and especially against, here's a Lexington team that is going to come in tonight 8-10, and nothing to lose.
Right.
Just going to come out here and put it all out here.
Right. And they've got the confidence that they beat us last time, even though they're on our floor. So they've got that working for them. So it's one of those games that the Leopards are going to have to bring their A game and play well, defend well, shoot well if they want to come out of here with a win.
And again, the boys matchup coming up after this one. If you go back to the previous meeting between these two teams, the Leopards came out with a 6-point win at 56-50 over in Lexington a month ago, but it was a dogfight that whole game. The Leopards, in fact, were up 10 at halftime, but down the stretch, the Bulldogs kept it close, and it was just I don't think either team, played their best basketball that night. It was pretty sloppy, but at the same time, the Bulldogs never gave up. And again, they look at this as they're coming into this game. I believe they are 6-12 on the season, and they look at this game and go, hey, here's the Leopards. They're 14-4. They're ranked number 10 in the state. They got nothing to lose.
Yeah. And
they would love to come in here and hand the Leopards a loss on their home floor here.
Yeah, and I like how Coach Davidson's got the guys thinking one game at a time. They haven't had really a bad game too much all year where stuff just didn't go well. I think he's got them in a mindset that, hey, we have to go out and do what we do if we want to win. And that's a good place to be, because it's easy for high school kids. Being a former coach, you can sit in that locker room and you can say, hey, they can beat you.
Yep.
They can beat you. And they're looking at you like, oh, coach, come on now.
Come on.
They're 6-12. We're 14-4. What are you talking about, coach? And then you come out and you're not focused. You don't play as well. You don't play together. And before you know it, you're in a dogfight. So.
Well, we were hearing the strains of Oklahoma from the music man tonight, Caleb Halls. That means we're just about ready to get this one underway. We're going to send it back up to actually Andrew ESPN Lyon out on the laptop tonight. CC Lyon is running the camera for us tonight. Brandon Miller back at our studios. But we've got some words from our sponsors. Coming up, the national anthem. We'll be back with your starting lineups and the tip-off between the Lexington Lady Bulldogs and the Lindsay Leopards right after this on KBLP.
First National Bank of Lindsay is proud to be a sponsor of tonight's broadcast. Whether you're looking for a business loan, personal loan, or a certain type of deposit product, chances are we have what you're looking for. First National Bank, locally owned and operated, insured by FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
PASS is a nonprofit organization who is devoted to making a difference in the substance use and abuse in Garvin County. The vision of PASS is to reduce the prevalence of drugs in our community through collaborative planning, community action, and policy engagement. We are a local coalition of individuals and organizations working together in our community to prevent substance abuse and provide support to families struggling with drug addiction. PASS is primarily run by volunteers, and we need your help so that PASS can continue to grow and serve our community. There are many opportunities to serve, so if you are not already a member of PASS and would like to join, then let us know you wish to be a volunteer. Thank you so much for being a part of this wonderful cause.
This is Brandon Cottrell, pastor at Calvary Baptist Church. Just want to take a moment and invite you to come worship with us this Sunday. Classes begin at 9:30 and worship follows at 10:45. We have something for all ages each Wednesday night. Meals begin at 5:30 and Bible study follows at 6:30. We would love to have you come be a part of our worship. We're located 410 West Chickasaw. Come join us.
Welcome back to Leopard Arena. We get set for this one. The Lindsay Leopards, the Lexington Lady Bulldogs. Let's get you the starting lineup for the Lady Bulldogs. Number 3 is Riley Beeson. She is a 5'8", senior. Number 20 is Janelle Winterton. Winterton is a 5'7", senior. Number 22 is Addison Lipple. Lipple is a 5'6", sophomore. Number 25, Madison Manuel. She's a 6-foot-tall senior. And number 30 is Mackenzie Manuel. She's a 5'6" freshman. Rounds out the starting 5 for the head coach of the Lexington Lady Bulldogs. That is Jacoby Couch in his first year there at Lex. He is assisted by Callie McMahon. The Lady Bulldogs are 8-10 on the season. Coming into this ball game, for the Lindsay Leopards, they will start this way. At guard will be number 1, Cameron Perry. Perry is a 5'5" senior. Number 5 is Maddie McGowan. She'll be at the forward position. She's a 5'10" sophomore. Excuse me, number 20 at forward will be Emily Stone. She is a 5'10" senior. At guard, number 22 is Cannon Russell. She's a 5'5" sophomore. And also at guard to round out the starting 5 for the Leopards is number 24, Eris De Valenciano, and she is a 5'4" junior. Head coach for the Leopards is Brian Cater. He's assisted by Elaney Allison and Johnny Dodd. The Leopards are 6-12 on the season. Coming into tonight's matchup, Greg Perry, Glenn Shoemaker courtside at Leopard Arena. Andrew ESPN Lion and CC Lion up on the laptop and camera. And, of course, Brianna Miller producing our FM broadcast down at the station. Appreciate her very much. So Stone will step to the center circle against Winterton to kick this one underway. Glad you're here with us on a Friday night in Lindsay. And we are ready to go, and it actually is going to be taken by Mackenzie Manuel. The Lady Bulldogs will get first chance here as Lipple on the dribble out front with Valenciano on her. Picks it up, the handoff to Mackenzie. And I'll go with Mackenzie and Madison since I have 2 Manuels on the floor. And this is Mackenzie, right wing 3. He's too strong. High rebound taken by Cameron Perry for the Leopards. So man defense here as McGowan steps out, has a wide open 3. It skips across, no good, but right there is Stone for an offensive rebound. Perry drives down, left her shot too strong, and rebound underneath is taken by Mackenzie, but then Perry steps in, ties it up, and the Leopards will have the possession arrow. So Perry will inbound under her own basket here early in the first. We're still scoreless. And the inbound all the way up top to Valenciano. They'll come back to Perry left wing, turned down to 3, but traveled with it. Had 2 girls coming at her, went with the ball fake and traveled.
Yeah, I think she definitely had it in her mind to shoot that, and then Lexington did a good job of running her off the line right there, and she had to pull it down and took a little baby step when she did.
So Lippo will bring it in against full court pressure from the Leopardettes. And gets it in to Madison. Lippo gives it right back up. Winterton will bring it across. McKenzie drives the lane, dumps it down low to Madison, who puts it up in the end.
Yeah, Madison that was a good look right there, and got the help off of Madison with the drive, and then dumped it into a wide open Manuel for the easy bump.
Underneath Stone from the feed from Valenciano, takes it right to Madison Manuel, and Madison picks up her first, the team's first, and they'll put Emily Stone at the free throw line.
Yeah, and that was something last game that Madison did a pretty good job of staying out of foul trouble.
And Emily cannot connect on the front end of 2 shots. She'll get another chance here, but sub comes in for the Lady Bulldogs. Number 11 is Natalie Dickinson, the 5'11 junior, and immediately they pull Madison Manuel out with that first foul. Second free throw from Stone on the way and good. Leopards are on the board. 2-1 Lex on top. 6:40 left here in the first. McKenzie trapped in the backcourt, gets it away to Lipple. Middle of the floor, gets it to Beeson. And nobody rotated back, and a wide open layup underneath for Natalie Dickinson.
Yeah.
Dixian, I'm sorry. Dixian, I have to say that right.
Yep.
Leopards to break the trap, get it across midcourt. Three-pointer left side is an air ball from Perry. Rebound underneath for McKenzie Emmanuel. And she'll take it all the way down and off the glass and in. And timeout Lindsay is Leopards find themselves in a 6-1 hole. 6:08 left to go here in the first. Let's take a 30-second timeout. We'll come back after this. Leopard basketball is presented by the First National Bank here on KBLP Live.
Hey, Lindsay community. My name is Christian Torres, and I am the minister for the Lindsay Church of Christ. I would like to invite you to join us for worship Sundays at 10:45 a.m. and for Bible class Wednesdays at 7 p.m. Our address is 1205 West Cherokee Street. The Lindsay Church of Christ is a group of imperfect people who love God, His Word, and each other. And we love this community so much, and we pray that all the students and teachers have a great school year. Come and join us at the Lindsay Church of Christ.
So again, this 1-2-2 half-court trap for the Leopards as we come out of the timeout. Russell gets it across the timeline, back to Perry left wing, into the corner for Valenciano, inside Stone. Double team, triple team, across the lane, McGowan, right-hander up too strong. Rebound loose on the floor and finally grabbed, and we're going to have a jump ball, and it'll be Lady Bulldog basketball. They lead 6-1 with 5:51 left to go here in the first quarter. Leopards full court man pressure themselves. Lipple gets the inbound. Stone is on her. They will clear out. Lipple races to the other end of the floor, goes right at the rack, way off on the shot. It's the offensive board for Dixian, and she's fouled on the putback attempt. That is Maddie McGowan's first, team's first, but it's going to put 2 free throws up for Natalie Dixian. First one on the way, but short. 5:41 left to go here in the first. It's 6-1. Lady Bulldogs on top. Second one is off the mark as well, and they're going to call Emily Stone with the foul underneath. Not sure I get that one, but
it looked like she was just blocking out, and sometimes the official sees it a little different. You know, he called it a push, but how do you push with your back to him?
Three-pointer top of the key will not drop for Dixian. Rebound underneath for Valenciano. Russell gets it back. Stone between the circles, gives it back to Perry. Perry around the Stone screen. Valenciano works across the top. McGowan, free ball on the way, off the glass and in. The bank is open for Maddie McGowan.
Hey, we'll take them any way we can get them right now.
That's for sure. 6-4 as they'll trap Lipple in the backcourt. Beeson throws it away, but it's saved. Dixian comes up with it, and she lost it. Let's get the turnover.
Yeah, Cannon Russell did a good job of knocking that away.
Perry run off the line, and she'll get a reach-in foul. And Leopards will get it out of bounds underneath. The foul called on Riley Beeson. That'll be her first, team second. Perry to inbound underneath and sub in for the Lady Bulldogs. It's number 24, Abby Sample, the 5'7" junior checks in. And Mackenzie Manuel will sit. And Perry to inbound. And still looking, McGowan, short corner jumper doesn't go in, knocked out of bounds underneath, but they're going to say off of Stone, and it'll go as a turnover on the Leopards. Lipple gets the inbounds. They'll clear out to let her go one-on-one with Valenciano. Now here comes the trap. Gets it away to Beeson. She'll race to the corner right side, down the baseline. Shot off the mark. Rebound from Dixie, and her putback doesn't go. And then another offensive board and 2 free throws coming up for Riley Beeson as Emily Stone picks up her second.
Yeah, that was a tough break right there. Beeson just got deep, and then Dixon couldn't hit the little putback, and Emily got caught with her back to her and had to foul her.
So in the ball game for the Leopards, number 23, Chloe Ince, the 5'8" junior. And I believe we had a sub in for the Lady Bulldogs. I'll check it here in a second when I get to that number. As Beeson's second free throw will not drop. McGowan with that miss.
Yeah, number 15, Bean.
Landry Bean, the 5'11" junior, in for the Lady Bulldogs. Yep. Russell on the handle. Gets it to McGowan. Hands to Perry. Perry works to the right wing. Hand off to Valenciano. Schubas got away with a double dribble there, but a nice feed down to Ince, who got the basket. What a feed. Russell with the feed, and the foul goes against Abby Sample, her first, team's third.
Yeah, that was good ball movement, a great bounce pass right there to get the ball to Ince for the bucket.
3-point play completed, ties the game at 7. 4:15 left to go here in the first quarter. Trap in the backcourt. Lipple races the other way. He's going to take it all the way down, dumps it out into the corner. Beeson on the drive. We're going to get an offensive foul called on the moving screen for Abby Sample. That'll be her second. For the Leopards, number 4, Braylee Malakote, the 5'6" senior, checks in, and also in for the first time, number 10, Cameron Bearden. Bearden, the 5'5" senior. Perry will run the point. Works left. Hand off to Ince. Back up to the top of the key for McGowan. Right side. Bearden looks, waits for cutters. Comes up top to Malakote. Malakote hounded by Bean. Gets away from her, but picked up by Dixian. Now Chloe Ince right down the lane and had it stripped. Nice move, but good play to strip that away from her. Again, the trap. Chloe Ince comes up with the steal, and she'll have the ball blocked. Good hustle back from Riley Beeson. I think Chloe thought she had an easy one there. Riley hustled back and blocked the shot out of bounds.
Yeah, absolutely, that was. And no contact on the arm or anything. She got all ball on that.
Good hustle. Perry for 3, no, but we're going to have a foul on Beeson, who shoves Malakote trying to get through that screen. And Riley Beeson's second personal is the 5th team foul now on the Lady Bulldogs.
Yeah, with 3:22, fouls racking up in a hurry for Lexington.
Perry looking to inbound, sends it up top to Bearden. Back inside, McGowan turns around on Beeson, but can't hit the shot. The rebound tipped out, but Ince comes up with it. So Perry goes right, comes back left. Malakote gets away from Dixian, takes it baseline. Now picks up her dribble. McGowan gets it. She'll go baseline. Out to the left corner. That is a 3-ball from Ince. It's on the way. That's well off on the side of the backboard. Dixian comes up with the miss. And do we get a jump ball?
No,
or is it a foul? That'll go on Cameron Bearden. That's her first and the team's 4th. They will get Beeson out of the game with that second personal, but they bring in Janelle Winterton back into the ball game. Dixian gets the inbounds, gives it right back to Winterton. She'll take Malakote all the way, coast to coast, and Malakote fouls on that shot attempt. Braylee's first is the 15th foul on the Leopardettes, but it'll put Janelle Winterton at the line for 2. Tie game at 7, 2:44 left in the first.
Yeah, she just broke the press and went sprinting down, and Braylee had to foul her from behind to prevent the easy layup.
First one from Winterton up and good. Missed her first 2, but she's hit those 2. With the Lady Bulldogs up by 2, 2:42 left to go here in the first quarter as Perry will bring it up. McGowan, top of the key, turns. Hands to Malakote. She'll work. Now reverses back to the right. Ince, top of the key. And Coach Cater wants a timeout. Talk about this one as the offense really looks like they're kind of out of sorts. 2:27 left to go here in the first quarter. 9-7 Lady Bulldogs. Let's take a 30-second timeout. We're back after this. Leopardette basketball is presented by the First National Bank on KBLP Live.
Hi, I'm Jess Thornburg with Homestead & Co. Realty. I'm a local realtor that lives locally. I live here and I work here. Growing up in rural Oklahoma, I was taught the value of doing the right thing. I know how valuable relationships are with good people. So I'd like to apply for the relationship of being your realtor. I'm not a high-pressure salesperson from the city, so call me at 405-471-9855 when you're thinking real estate. You'll get information from a real person without the sales pressure. Call me at 405-471-9855. Let's go, Lindsay.
2:27 left here in the first. Leopardettes with the basketball out of the timeout. Russell back in the ball game, has the basketball. She comes across the timeline. Hands to McGowan. Valenciano works left, now comes back right. They'll screen for Perry in the corner. But Lipple around it now underneath McGowan. Turns right off the glass, can't get the roll. Rebound for Winterton. And Malakote knocks the ball loose out of bounds. It stays with, that didn't lose it out of bounds.
Yeah.
It's a Leopardette basketball.
She poked at it, and Lipple kind of tried to move the ball away and went out of bounds on her.
So Russell on the handle. Again, they'll screen, and again, they're going to get a push off as Malakote hits the deck. Setting the screen for Perry, and Lipple picks up her first and a 16 foul.
Yeah, and you're still in the first quarter here. Minute 58, just under 2 minutes, and you're going to be shooting free throws on every foul the rest of the half.
So Perry looking the inbounds, lobs to Russell on the wing. She'll work back to the top of the key to set it back up. Almost got away from McKenzie there, but she'll. Maddie breaks out right. They've got it screened for her for three, and he rattles in for Maddie McGowan. McGowan gives the Leopardettes their first lead of the game.
Yeah, we're just 3 for 11 from the floor, and to get a turnover now on the pressure.
Fourth turnover on the Lady Bulldogs as they trap Lipple as she picks up that pivot foot. So Leopardette basketball with a 1-point lead now and a minute 30 left in the first. Russell works up. They'll screen for Malakote to get on the right wing. Now they'll screen again for Valenciano underneath. McGowan takes it right to Dixie and puts it up and in. 8 points in the quarter now. For McGowan, it's a 12-9 ball game, and they're going to call carrying the basketball on Mackenzie Manuel. That'll be the 5th turnover now on the Lady Bulldogs. Russell in the backcourt with the basketball for the Leopardettes. McGowan. The backdoor cut from Valenciano. Finally got it. Malakote cannot get it to finish. And a good hustle in there for
Cannon Russell.
Russell come up with that tie up and get the basketball back for the Leopardettes as the Leopardettes have it on the alternating.
Ooh, I don't know how you not call a foul there on Bradley's shot. She went flying.
Inside McGowan, right hand floater up and in. She's in double figures now at 10. 14-9. Leopardettes, 45 seconds left. And we're going to get a timeout called by Coach Couch to save that possession before a 10-second count can happen. 43.9 seconds left. Leopardettes have gone on a 7-0 run to take a 5-point lead at 14-9. Let's take a timeout. We'll come back after this. Leopardette basketball presented by the First National Bank on KBLP Live.
Hey Leopard fans, this is Nick Johnson from First Baptist Church Lindsay. At First Baptist Church, we are a family ministry and desire to faithfully proclaim the gospel in Lindsay and beyond. We would like to invite you to join us every Sunday for worship at 9 a.m. and Sunday school following at 10:15. Our Wednesday evening activities start with dinner at 5:50, and then we have Bible studies for children, youth, and adults starting at 6:30. First Baptist Church is proud to support the Lindsay Leopards, and we wish all of our student athletes a successful season. From all of us at First Baptist Church Lindsay, go Leopards!
Leopardettes with a 5-point lead. Lexington with the basketball out of the timeout. Lipple in the backcourt. Valenciano there. Malakote comes to bring the pressure. They trap and throw it away. Russell comes up with the 6th turnover against the Lady Bulldogs. Perry on the handle. McGowan, can she go 3? No, that one's short. Tipped rebound, and Lady Bulldogs save it in bounds right to Valenciano, who puts it up and in. 16-9 Leopardettes. This is a 9-0 run. Into the right corner with the basketball. Down Dixian throws it up for grabs. McGowan comes up with it, and she just gets mugged by number 44 is Cora Parker, the freshman who's checked in for the Lady Bulldogs. And she'll pick up her first, and that'll be 17 fouls now on the Lady Bulldogs. So McGowan will head to the free throw line. She's got 10 in the quarter, including a couple of threes, and now has a 1-and-1 coming up. .7 seconds left in the quarter. And McGowan cannot get the front of the 1-and-1 to go. Rebound for Parker. And Lipple ahead. And Bean will not get a shot off. And that'll be the end of one. The Leopardettes down early, but came back to take a 7-point lead at the end of first. 16-9, Lindsay on top. We're back right after this. Timeout. Leopardette basketball presented by the First National Bank here on KBLP Live.
This is Jared Thomas from the American Exchange Bank here in Lindsay. We at the American Exchange Bank have one goal, and that is to be a great hometown community bank that offers great customer service, a friendly face, and multiple loan products to meet your short and long-term financial goals. Come by and visit us at 402 South Main at www.aebank.us or now on your phone using our new mobile feature, member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Are you caring for an aging parent or other loved one at home? It's important to know you're not alone. Hi, this is Connie Upton with Abiding Home Health. The people we serve have a variety of needs, of acute illnesses to individuals who require health care assistance to live independently at home. Our goal is to make a difference in the short and long-term care of each patient. For more information, visit us online at abidinghomehealth.com. Abiding Home Health, creating personal, positive changes and transformations.
(16-9) as we head to the second quarter. Leopardettes with the 7-point lead, and Glenn, 8 turnovers against the Lady Bulldogs really, I think, spells the difference in this game so far.
Absolutely, it shows in the shooting. Leopardettes have taken 16 shots from the floor hit there in the first quarter. Lexington only 8 because of the turnovers, and so that you get twice as many shots, you get twice as many opportunities to score. It's going to bode well for your team.
Leopardettes stay in this full court pressure. They bring the trap on Mackenzie Manuel. She gets it away to a cutter that goes down the baseline. I believe that was Janelle Winterton.
Yep.
With the basket. Good drive down the baseline. 16-11, Leopardettes still with the 5-point lead. Perry, left corner 3 on the way off the glass and in for Cameron Perry.
You don't see that too often. That's skill when you can off the glass from that angle.
From that corner.
Yeah.
And Lipple goes to drive the lane. She'll get a reach-in foul called on the Leopardettes. This will be their 16th foul. That goes on Malakote, her second. So no free throws yet here, as Madison Manuel, who came back in to start the second quarter, will bring it in. Malakote checks out with those 2 fouls, but they bring in Emily Stone, who's also got 2. McKenzie, and Perry knocks it away, and Perry's going to be guilty of the reach-in. That'll be Cameron's first, but the team's 7th, and that puts the Lady Bulldogs now in the bonus, and that'll put Mackenzie Manuel at the free throw line for a 1-and-1.
Yeah, reaching around behind. You got to move your feet, get between her and the basket.
First one on the way, off the front of the rim, no good. And McGowan sends the rebound out the direction of Russell. Stone underneath, back out to Valenciano. Russell steps up, fires a 3, too strong. And rebound taken by Mackenzie Manuel for the Lady Bulldogs. They'll bring the trap. She got it away to Madison. Back out to Winterton. Madison to Lipple. Sets the screen. Lipple drives to the right side. Back it back out, reset this offense. Works right. McGowan steps out off the screen. Left wing goes to Bean. Bean drives in the lane. Right hand floater won't drop. Perry with the miss for the Leopardettes. Transition, Valenciano had to catch up with it and then had to just throw it off of Mackenzie Manuel out of bounds. Leopardette basketball. 19-11, Leopardettes up by 8. Still 6:34 left to go in the half. And inside off the inbounds. Nice find from Perry. And a great ball inside for Stone.
Yeah, that was a nice orchestrated play.
Leopardettes now a double-figure lead at 10. And tough screen right there, but the Lady Bulldogs will keep the possession. Chloe Ince for a return. Let McGowan have a breather. And we'll have a timeout called by Jacoby Couch for the Lady Bulldogs. 6:22 left here in the first half. Leopardettes with a 10-point lead. When we come back after this 30-second timeout, Leopardette basketball is presented by the First National Bank here on your sports leader, KBLP Live.
Creative Services is your one-stop shop for all of your creative needs. Find me on Facebook at Tailored Creative Services so we can talk about your next project.
Get your game day, or any day, off to a great start with Hot Mess Coffee at 213 South Main in Lindsay. Hot Mess Coffee Co. offers coffees, lattes, teas, and other tasty beverages, plus great food, too. Good luck to the Lindsay Leopards from Hot Mess Coffee Co. and Java House Realty at 213 South Main in Lindsay.
Lady Bulldogs with the basketballs will come out of the timeout under their own basket. They trail by 10, 21-11 our score. Inbounds comes to the corner. Beeson sends it over to Bean, who fires it free from the left wing, and it's up and good.
Yeah, they don't shoot a lot of threes. They only shot 2 in the first quarter. And inside to Chloe.
Yep, Ince, everything but the finish there, and Madison Manuel pulls down the miss. Here comes Beeson racing the other way. They'll cut her off. McKenzie works around the right side, gets to the baseline. Valenciano with her all the way, and Chloe Ince tips it in, let pass away. Perry comes up with it, that gets knocked loose, and now it's on the floor, and I think we're going to have a jump ball. And Leopardettes have the possession. Beeson checks out, Lipple checks back in for the Lady Bulldogs with 5:47 left in the half. And Lindsay with the basketball in a 7-point lead. Into the right corner for Ince. Stone high on that right side. Russell comes out to the right corner underneath Ince. Backs it down, missed it again, but there is again Madison Manuel, who comes up with the offensive board, or excuse me, defensive board, and the jump ball stays with the Lady Bulldogs off the alternating. That's 2 close ones now that Ince has had. Couldn't get either one of them to drop.
Yeah, really close.
Lipple around the screen from Madison Manuel. Stone did a great job of hedging off of that. But they don't call it. Leaves it for Winterton. Her three's off the back iron, no good. Rebound is Stone, and then we're going to get a reach in or tie up. Tie up Leopardette basketball. 5:03 left in the half. It's 21-14. Leopardettes by 7 with She traveled with it as she was on the floor moving. So Leopards get it off now. 9 turnovers against the Lady Bulldogs. Stone, top of the key. Into the lane, turns around, the right-hander way off the glass, too strong. Tipped out rebound to Russell. Her put back will drop in. 27-14, 3:25 left to go here in the first half as Winterton will back out over on that right wing. Beeson to the free throw line, takes it down, puts it up with the left hand, too strong, but Valenciano gets caught with her first personal. 8th team foul. Beeson will head to the free throw line. Second time tonight, she was 1 for 2. And misses that one. Beeson's second free throw on the way. That one's also off the mark, and Cannon Russell tracks down the rebound on the baseline. And inside, intended for Stone, batted out of bounds. Perry on the baseline. Lob it all the way up top for Russell. Works right, leaves it for Perry. Perry gets into the lane, floater with the right hand off the glass and in for Cameron Perry. And the Leopards continue this run. This is an 8-0 run now on this one to make it a 15-point lead. Winterton in the left corner around the screen, and they're going to say she double dribbled the basketball.
Yep. She did. I concur.
10th turnover on the Lady Bulldogs. Leopards with the basketball as Mackenzie Manuel checks out. Lipple is back in the ball game.
Yeah, Coach Couch rotating, trying to find something that'll work for him. He just can't seem to get the Leopards stopped on this end or score on the other end.
Perry works to the top of the key with the basketball. Skip it all the way to the left corner. Ince gives it back to Russell, back to Ince. Three-pointer skips across, no good. Stone with the rebound up top. They work it to Russell, who can't get that one to drop. And again, there is offensive rebounds and putbacks galore for the Leopards, and none of them will drop. But they will get Riley Beeson to pick up her third personal and send Chloe Ince to the free throw line. 2 free throws coming up here for Chloe. The first one gives her a kind roll and drops in. Gives the Leopards a 16-point lead. 2:07 left here in the first half. And make it 17. 31-14 Leopards. Lipple with the basketball. Bearden back in the game. Picks her up at midcourt. Hand off. Winterton tries to get away from Bearden. The official getting an earful from Coach Couch. Bearden with the tough defense out there. And they do get the call on her, but not as quick as Coach Couch would have liked to have seen it.
Yeah, Cameron being pretty aggressive out there.
Aggressive.
Yeah.
And Winterton drops in the front end of a 1-and-1. Stops that long run for the Leopards, makes it a 16-point Leopardette lead. Second one will not drop. Cannon Russell with the miss. 1:50 left here in the half, and Leopards with a 16-point lead. Russell works all the way to the right wing, reverses. Tough time getting away from Winterton now. She'll take it all the way down the baseline. Runner doesn't go. Rebound pulled down by Dixian. Outlet for Lipple. Quickly the other way. Number 10 is Jordan Hardy, the junior who's in the ball game now for the Lady Bulldogs. And Stone knocks the pass away that was intended for Parker underneath. Leopards come up with the 11th turnover now on Lexington. Russell Skip pass all the way to Ince. Ince gets around the first defender, high, too strong, off the back rim, and then gets whistled for coming up over the back. And did they get that on Emily? They did. That's Emily's third.
Yep.
10th team foul, double bonus for the final minute 6 here. And so 2 free throws coming up here for Cora Parker. Just a freshman. And that one skips out, no good. Maddie McGowan back in the ball game. Emily will check out with those 3 fouls. Winterton also checks out as Landry Beam checks back in for the Lady Bulldogs. Parker, second free throw on the way. That one's wide right. In fact, doesn't even hit the iron. So Leopards will get it back. 1:06 left in the half and leading by 16.
Well, let's see if we can.
Surely not.
Hold for a last
shot. Up top, Russell, catch fire 3 from Cannon on the way, too strong. Rebound tipped out, but Perry can't come up with it. But they're going to say it's Leopardette basketball.
Yeah. Yep.
Once again, second quarter rocket sponsors for the Leopardettes are Joe Rowan Construction and Legacy Roofing. Thank you.
Perry gets it from Russell. Back over to Cannon, right wing, drives down, goes out in the corner for Ince. Back to Russell, quickly up top. Perry for 3, no. Long rebound, tracked down by Lipple. She'll push it up, hesitates, goes over to the Bean in the corner. Russell there, the reverse block, but reach in all the Leopardettes will send Landry Bean to the free throw line. Foul called on Nicole Ince, her first. But 2 free throws coming up for Landry Bean. Bean drains the first one as Ince will check out. Malakote back in for the Leopardettes. Bean now with 4 in the ball game. And make it 5 as she'll get a bounce on that one to drop through. 31-17 Leopardettes, 20 seconds left to go. Russell nearly lost that one, gets it back. Perry into the left corner, Bearden. Skip it back up top to Russell. Back out for Perry, her 3 ball on the way. That one's by back iron, no good. And rebound tipped and then hits Lipple's shoulder before it goes out of bounds. She had no idea it was going to come down and hit her. And out of bounds, the Leopardettes will get it with 4 seconds left. So Perry from the corner. Russell gets it. Got 2 seconds. 1 second. Perry, online but short. But the Leopardettes will have a 14-point lead headed to the halftime locker room. 31-17 our score. We're going to send it back up to Andrew. We'll take a timeout and figure up our officially unofficial stats from the first half. Back and forth from the Leopard Arena after this. The First National Bank halftime show is presented here on KBLP Live.
Clements Insurance provides insurance coverage to best suit your needs. We offer auto, home, farm, life, and business policies. Come by 109 West Chickasaw or call 405-756-2253. Clements Insurance is carrying on the tradition to satisfy you. So come see me, Keith, or Beth. Go Lindsay.
Whether you want to promote your business or unite your team, depend on Design It. Locally owned and operated, we are dedicated to offering the service you need to give you the results you deserve. We are committed to providing you with custom screen printing, embroidery, custom graphic designs, logo designs, and we have a creative arts department and an in-house artist who can take your idea and give it our professional touch with custom art services. Contact us today.
With Oklahoma's weather being unpredictable, you need a trusted roofing company. At Legacy Roofing and Construction, we are proud to serve Lindsay, Oklahoma and the surrounding areas. Call Legacy Roofing and Construction for a free estimate at 405-756-8855 or visit our website at legacy-roofing.com.
At Rural Electric Cooperative, we're committed to providing electric power and opportunity to the many areas our members call home. That includes supporting youth programs that teach life skills and build character. With REC, you're more than a customer, you're a member owner. And that's why we're always working hard to provide you with the most dependable electric power possible. As a Touchstone Energy Cooperative, REC is dedicated to providing the best service possible and supporting the communities in our service area.
Hey there, this is Trace Adams with Hassler Hot Oil Service. We are family owned and operated with over 25 years experience. I am a 4th generation Lindsay Leopard, and we proudly support Lindsay Leopards and Leopardettes athletically and academically in all their endeavors. Call my dad, Greg Adams, at 405-756-6075 for all of your hot oiler needs. Again, that's 405-756-6075. Go, Lindsay!
Dr. Mike Beckman and all of his staff at 301 South Main Street in Lindsay would like to wish the Lindsay High School football team good luck this season. To schedule your next eye exam, call Dr. Beckman's office at 405-756-4414. Operating hours are from 8:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Thursday and 8:30 to noon on Friday. Call 405-756-4414 or stop by at 301 South Main in Lindsay. Go Leopards from everybody at Dr. Mike Beckman's office. S&H Tank Service is your choice for Lindsay-owned and operated vacuum truck service. S&H Tank Service's fleet is equipped with transports, bobtails, pump and kill trucks rated up to 10,000 psi, plus hot oil units, rock trailers, frac tanks, mud and shell haul-off pits, and soil farming. As Lindsay High School graduates, S&H is proud to support Lindsay schools and all of their student activities. S&H Tank Service would like to wish the Leopards and Leopardettes the best of luck in everything they do. Give S&H a call anytime, 24/7 at 405-756-3121. That's 405-756-3121. And remember, your phone starts our trucks. That's S&H Tank Service of Lindsay.
We're back here at halftime. Leopard Arena, the Leopardettes with a 31-17 lead over the Lexington Lady Bulldogs. We're being entertained here by, if I read their uniforms correctly, Tumbling with Sid. And tumbling demonstration going on here. And these young folks doing a great job out here with their tumbling demonstration. But Glenn and I have got some officially unofficial numbers we'll go over with you here. For the Lady Bulldogs, scoring-wise, Landry Bean and Janelle Winterton both have 5 in the first half to lead the way for Lexington. 2 apiece for Madison Manuel and Mackenzie Manuel. Also 2 for Natalie Dixian and a free throw from Riley Beeson. Rounds out the scoring for the Lady Bulldogs. And I had them is that now 6 of 15, I think, is now what they would be shooting free throws. For the Leopardettes, Maddie McGowan had 10 all in that first quarter. She had 2 threes in the first quarter, had 10 points, and then she got to sit for a large part of that second quarter until Emily Stone picked up that third personal. But she leads the way with 10 for Lindsay, 7 from Chloe Ince coming in off the bench, 5 apiece from Cameron Perry and Emily Stone, and 4 from Cannon Russell. Rounds out the scoring for the Leopardettes, who went just 3 of 6 from the free throw line. Actually 4 of 6, my apologies. Can't add. The Leopardettes only had, my numbers, 3 turnovers in that first half. They really did a pretty good job of taking care of the basketball. They did force 11, though, on the Lady Bulldogs, and the Leopardettes with 5, 11, 12, 13, 14 rebounds in the first half. And Lexington with 8, 12, 13. So Leopardettes are +1 in the rebounding category. We go over to Glenn, talk about the shooting numbers.
Yeah, and you look at those shooting numbers, I would have thought that our rebounding edge would have been quite a bit more, to be quite honest. The Lexington Lady Bulldogs have only taken 13 shots from the field.
Wow.
They've taken 13 free throws. So we've been fouling them, putting them on the line. They've made 6 of their 13 free throws, but they've only made 5 of their 13 shots from the field, 4 for 9 from two-point range, 1 for 4 from three-point range for 38%. Lindsay Leopards, on the other hand, have taken 36 shots.
Wow.
That is 23 more shots than Lexington has, and we talked about it. When you get that many more opportunities, you can shoot a lower percentage, which the Leopardettes did shoot a slightly lower percentage, 33% from the field, but and still be up 14 at halftime. 9 for 21 from two-point range, 3 for 15 from three-point range, for 12 for 36 from the floor. So great job by the Leopardettes getting those turnovers and getting those offensive rebounds so that you can get that shot number up there, so you don't have to shoot quite as high a percentage and a little easier on you.
Well, I think, again, the turnovers have been the difference in the ballgame so far with the 11 against Lady Bulldogs and the Leopardettes being able to capitalize on those extra shots. And, of course, I think you got to keep up with that here in the second half. Leopardettes going to have to be careful. You've got Emily Stone with 3. Bearden came in off bench, picked up 2, as well as Malakote. But Emily, came in and picked up 5 points in that first half. But she really started to kind of assert herself there in that second quarter. But it's tough going underneath there with Madison Manuel. And, of course, they'll also bring in Abby Sample and put her under there. And kind of, makes it tough to get in that inside shot in there. But I think the Leopardettes have so far had the right prescription, I guess, to be able to have this a 14-point lead here at halftime.
Yeah, Coach Cater kind of pulled out of the press there late in the second quarter. I think probably looking at the foul total right there, you don't want to put them in on the free throw line to get easy shots if we foul once they got in the bonus. But yeah, you're exactly right. The Leopardettes have punched the right numbers. Coach Cater has punched the right numbers for this whole first half, both offensively and defensively. So it's been an outstanding half for the Leopardettes and need to go do it again in the second half.
We are just about ready to start this second half. We need to say hi to Coach Johnny Dodd, who is not here tonight. I don't know that I even got the coaches announced for the Leopardettes. Maybe I did. But Brian Cater, the head coach, Laney Allison, is his assistant, along with Johnny Dodd. And Laney said, tell Johnny we said hi.
Oh, yeah.
So I think he's got the flu. So
oh, no.
Johnny under the weather, not here tonight. So
yeah, well, we found out we might have a record for longest live stream viewing. The Beckmans were in Costa Rica.
Oh.
And watched the Bridge Creek game and also the Pauls Valley game, which we try to forget about the Pauls Valley game.
Yeah, we don't want to remember the Pauls Valley game.
But
the Bridge Creek game was good.
Yeah, but that might be a record.
It might be for the longest distance viewing a Leopardette game.
Kevin needs to get a pin board up, a map of the world, not the United States,
the world. Yeah.
So we can start marking where everybody's watching from.
So we're ready to get underway. It'll be a Lady Bulldog basketball to start the third quarter. Sample, Manuel, McKenzie, Landry Bean, Lipple, and Dixion on the floor. Dixion has the basketball, works baseline, lob it inside, and Manuel cannot come up with it. The Leopardettes force a turnover on the first offensive possession for the Lady Bulldogs. They'll trap Perry in the backcourt, gets it to Russell, the long 2 on the way, had her foot on the line, but Russell with the basket. 33-17, the Leopardettes with another steal. Russell races the other way, lays it up with the left hand, puts it up and in.
Yeah, that's the Cannon Russell show right now.
18-point Leopardette lead, 35-17. Lipple works around a screen from Sample. Now works right. Gets into the lane, double teamed, and we're going to have a timeout called by Coach Couch. The offense not going the way he would like it to go, and he's going to take a full timeout. So we'll take it with him. 7:14 left here in the third. 35-17 Leopardettes. When we come back after this, Lindsay Basketball is presented by the First National Bank here on KBLP Live.
The Shopper News Note isn't just another paper. The Shopper News Note is a weekly publication that arrives in your mailbox every Wednesday for free. The Shopper offers free Shopper Topper advertisements as well as news notes and classifieds. And everyone at the Shopper wishes the Lindsay Leopards good luck this season. Go Leopards!
Sooner Valve Repair in Lindsay would like to wish the Lindsay Leopards and Leopardettes all the best during this season. When in need of a valve repair, come by Sooner Valve Repair at 106 Southwest 9th Street in Lindsay, Oklahoma, or call 405-756-1599. Good luck, Leopards, from Sooner Valve Repair in Lindsay.
Right 35-17 Leopardettes as we come out of the timeout. And Valenciano nearly lost it right back. Perry gets it left side. Russell underneath. Stone fakes left, turns back right, but left it short. Got her on miss and then gets fouled.
Oh, she faked her out so bad.
Great move from Emily Stone underneath. Dixian picks up her first personal. First foul of the second half for the Lady Bulldogs, but what a move. Stone, 1 for 2 tonight at the free throw line. We'll get 2 this trip. And that one goes in for her 6th point of the game. 36-17. Leopardette lead to 19. She can make it 20 right here. And she does. 37-17 Leopardettes, 6:55 left to go here in the third quarter. Lipple backs up, works right, hands it off to Bean. Bean gets to the elbow and traveled with it. Stone was out there in face of Dixie, and I think that's where she wanted to go with it.
Yep, drug
That's 4 straight turnovers now on the Lady Bulldogs.
Yep, drug her foot.
Stone gets it, hands off to McGowan. She'll stop at the elbow, sends it to Perry in the right corner, right back to McGowan. Underneath double team. Out to Valenciano left wing. Russell gets around her man, got around Bean, puts it up and in. 6 straight points for Cannon Russell.
Yeah, she's putting on a show right here in the second half.
22-point lead for the Leopardettes. That shot from Lipple won't go. Perry with the miss. Double teamed, and we'll get a jump ball. It'll be Leopardette basketball. Sample ties it up. So 22-point Leopardette lead, 6:11 left here in the third as Leopardettes have the ball on the alternating. Russell gets it to Perry on this left side. Back over to Russell on the right side. Into the right corner of Valenciano. The trap comes. She steps through it. Gets it underneath to McGowan. The 6-footer up and in for Maddie McGowan.
Now that's her first shot since the first quarter.
Leopardettes have started on a 10-0 run to start this third quarter. 41-17. Sample to Lipple left side. Underneath, Madison Manuel, tough.
Yeah.
She is so tough when she gets it down underneath there.
Yeah, you can't do anything once she gets there. You got to get in front of her. Don't let her catch it.
Yes. Russell and Perry play catch across the top of this 1-3-1 zone. McGowan sends it back over to Russell. Free ball on the way from Cannon is short this time. Madison Manuel with the rebound. Sample will bring it across for the Lady Bulldogs. And there's another steal from Cannon Russell and a push foul on Sample. That'll be her third.
And we talk about turnovers. Lexington's taken 3 shots this quarter. The Cannon Russell by herself's taken 4, and they've taken 6 shots. The Leopardettes have, and 2 free throws. So that's the difference that turnovers make.
Number 25, Layla McKenzie, the junior, has checked in for the Leopardettes. Cannon Russell gets a breather. .5:10 left, 41-19 Leopardettes here in the third quarter. McKenzie sends it to McGowan left side, back to McKenzie, over to Perry. Attacks, comes back to McKenzie left side, back up top to Perry. Wide open Valenciano right side. Trap comes quickly, and then Winterton nearly came up with a steal there, but Leopardettes get a break there and knocks it out of bounds.
Yeah, they're executing that 1-3-1 half-court trap pretty well. You're going to have Emily Stone come out and be the pressure release when they trap us and we can't get out of it.
And there's another foul called up top on Janelle Winterton. That'll be her first, but the team's now third here in the second half.
Yeah. Looks like they've switched back to a man-to-man.
Perry to left side, lob up over the top. McGowan spins in the lane, sends it up top to Stone.
Thought about it.
Her to shoot that three.
Hey, you're up 22. Why not?
Stone now underneath. Back out to Valenciano, up top to McGowan, and in the backcourt, it's loose, and jump ball will send it back to the Lady Bulldogs. .423 left here in the third, 41-19. Leopardettes up by 22. Mackenzie Manuel in the backcourt with a basketball. Emily Stone stays with her. She'll take it to the right side, down to the baseline. Wanted to go underneath to Madison. Maddie pushes her off. Now Madison in the lane again. Good block out underneath.
Yeah,
from
great
McGowan,
job.
and Madison knocks it out of bounds.
Yeah, great job. They let it bounce twice, actually, and it bounces out of bounds.
Valenciano gets the inbounds from McKenzie. Races up the floor. Beeson with their third in there with 3 fouls on her. Avoids that one. Valenciano left wing. Waits for Cutters. Inside again. There is underneath McGowan getting pushed around, and then she threw it away. Too tall.
Yeah, she
for
just
Perry. We're going to have a timeout called by Coach Cater.
Yeah, she needs to get her base right there, and then ball fake and go up on that. She has about 4 inches on height advantage.
Let's take a 30-second timeout. We'll come back after this. Leopard basketball is being presented by the First National Bank here on KBLP Live.
Shannon's Beauty Salon would like to wish the Leopards and Leopardettes good luck this basketball season. And go KK!
Do you have your Oklahoma medical marijuana card, or do you need your card? Rusty's can help you with that. We are your local vape shop and dispensary with more than 6 years of service as a modern smoke shop. Rusty's is located 1 block north of Cherokee Street at 204 Northwest 4th Street in Lindsay, and half a mile east of I-35 at 2401 West Grant Street in Pauls Valley. Get your stash at Rusty's.
This is Jared Thomas from the American Exchange Bank here in Lindsay. We at the American Exchange Bank have one goal, and that is to be a great hometown community bank that offers great customer service, a friendly face, and multiple loan products to meet your short and long-term financial goals. Come by and visit us at 402 South Main at www.aebank.us or now on your phone using our new mobile feature. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
3:47 left in the third. We come out of the timeout. Lady Bulldog basketball. They trail by 22. Beeson on the handle. Picked up by Malakote. Beeson takes it down, lobs inside. Manuel can't come up with it, but she's going to get fouled. Number 44, Lily Dodson, the sophomore, checked in during that timeout for the Leopardettes, and she'll pick up the foul. Lily's first, team's second. Actually, just the team's first. And Malakote tips the pass that was intended for Winterton out of bounds. It'll stay with the Lady Bulldogs. Beeson tries to get away from Dodson. Oh, nice drive. Tough shot for Beeson, but she got it to go. 41-21. Leopardette lead at 20 now. As Perry has it stripped as she splits a double team, and then Winterton will pick up the foul as she was going to try to get it back. That'll be Winterton's second, fourth team foul. And Madison Manuel checks out. Cora Parker is back in for the Lady Bulldogs. Inbound, McGowan underneath, wide open, Stone, but missed it. Oh, she was hacked going up to shoot, and I think they got that on Parker. They did. Cora's second, team's fifth, but this will be 2 more free throws for Emily Stone.
Yeah, really good isolation play right there where they're fronting Emily Stone, and Maddie just lobbed it over the top, and Emily got it and was going to the backside when she got hacked.
Hits the first of 2, goes 2 for 2 at the line. She's now, 5 of 6 from the free throw line. 43-21 Leopardettes. 3:10 left to go here in the third. Lipple on the handle, picks up her dribble. Hand off to Beeson, and this time Stone will get whistled going through the screen, and that'll be 4 on Emily. That will get Chloe Inch off the bench. She will check in to replace Emily with that 4th foul. Inbounds play to Beeson, gives it back to Winterton. She'll hand it off to Mackenzie Manuel. She'll go to the baseline, throws it across the lane to Parker. Out to Lipple. Beeson catch fire 3 from the top of the keys and air ball. And Leopardettes will get it now off of the, 16th, 17th turnover now. McGowan gets the inbounds. Gets hounded back there, and then the foul as Mackenzie Manuel gets just her first personal. Cannon Russell will check back in for the Leopardettes. Perry will get a breather. 2:34 left here in the third quarter. 43-21 Leopardettes. 22-point lead. Russell on the handle. Malakote. Top of the key for Ince. Underneath, McGowan, tough catch, turns around, can't get it to drop. And rebound pulled down by Parker. McKenzie in the corner, goes baseline, dumps it underneath for Parker. That's a nice drive down the baseline and a good find underneath. McKenzie gets Parker, and the foul called on Dodson, I believe. Nope, it's on
Cannon Russell.
Just Cannon's first, third team foul, and 2 free throws coming up for Parker, who was 0 for 2 her only trip to the line tonight. Freshman can't get that one to drop either. 2:05 left here in the third. And the second free throw coming up for Parker. And that one will not drop. Mackenzie Manuel comes up with it, and that one won't drop either. Leopardettes come away with the basketball as Dodson will have it. Hands off to Russell. Russell drives into the lane, gets tripped on her way to the basket. And that will go on
Parker.
Cora Parker's picked up 2 quick ones here. It's her third personal. That will get Madison Manuel back to the scorer's table to check in. And they will call this on the shot for Russell. She'll get 2 free throws here.
Or is this a 1-and-1? No, two shots.
Yep. And Cannon cannot get the first one to go. It's her first trip to the line tonight, even though she does have 10 points in the ballgame. Madison Manuel back in. Cora Parker checks out. And Cannon can't get either one of them to drop. Mackenzie Manuel comes away with the rebound. Sends it over to Beeson. Beeson directs traffic. Now puts it on the floor, goes left, gets it out into the corner to McKenzie, sets a screen. McKenzie works on into the lane. Malakote nearly strips it. Lipple down the baseline, throws it up in the lane, and that's one of the advantages of having a 6-footer in the lane in there. You can just kind of throw it up and let her height go get it. And she does, but gets the foul called on Chloe Ince, which is her second, now fourth team foul. Beeson looking to lob in, gets it to McKenzie at the free throw line, and the jumper up and good for Mackenzie Manuel. Just her second basket of the game. Cuts the Leopardette lead to 20 as Dodson races across, hands it to Malakote, who'll give it up to Russell. To the top of the key for McGowan, hands it to Malakote, gets to the elbow, gets inside the lane, hacks, and she'll head to the free throw line. That goes on Mackenzie Manuel. That'll be her second and 8th team foul, and I believe they're going to call this on the shot, so this will be 2 free throws for Braylon Malakote. And she'll drain that front one to make it a 21-point lead. Dodson is out, Perry back in for the Leopardettes. And Winterton checks out as Sample returns for Lexington. Malakote can't get the second free throw to drop. Beeson comes down with the rebound. And did we get a jump ball?
Yep.
And Leopardettes with the possession arrow.
Yeah, good hustle right there from Maddie McGowan, tying that up on the rebound.
So Perry the inbound on the baseline. Russell in the left corner, 3-ball on the way is short. And underneath, Madison Manuel will come away with the rebound. That's her 4th rebound tonight. McKenzie races the other way, and Chloe Ince reaches in. That will be number 3 on Chloe. 5 team fouls now on the Leopardettes as Ince will check out. Cameron Bearden back in the game for Lindsay. 50 seconds left to go here in the third quarter. Leopardettes up by 21. Lipple fires a long 3 that's up and good for Addison Lipple. Her first basket of the game. Cuts it to 18. Bearden to the right elbow. Russell sends it down low. McGowan turn around in the lane. Can't get it to go, but she'll get free throws as Mackenzie Manuel has picked up her 3rd personal. McGowan gets 2 free throws here, has 12 in the ball game, was 0 for 1, her only trip to the line back in the first quarter. And she'll get that one to drop in. Leopardette lead back to 19 as Bean returns for the Lady Bulldogs. McGowan 2 for 2 at the line that trip, puts it back to a 46-26 lead for the Leopardettes. 30 seconds left here in the third. Bean with the basketball, top of the key, hands it back to Sample. Dribbles right, comes around the screen from Manuel. Gets into the lane, floater up, tough shot won't drop, and Perry will clear it for the Leopardettes. Outlet for Cannon. Russell pulls up on the right wing and pulls it back out. 8 seconds left. She'll now drive in, puts up the floater, skips across, no good. And that'll do the third quarter as the Leopardettes with a 20-point lead and outscored the Lady Bulldogs in that quarter 15-9. There you go. 46-26 Leopardettes headed to the final stanza. We're back after this. Leopardette basketball presented by the First National Bank on KBLP Live.
First National Bank of Lindsay is proud to be a sponsor of tonight's broadcast. Whether you're looking for a business loan, personal loan, or a certain type of deposit product, chances are we have what you're looking for. First National Bank, locally owned and operated, insured by FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
PASS is a nonprofit organization who is devoted to making a difference in the substance use and abuse in Garvin County. The vision of PASS is to reduce the prevalence of drugs in our community through collaborative planning, community action, and policy engagement. We are a local coalition of individuals and organizations working together in our community to prevent substance abuse and provide support to families struggling with drug addiction. PASS is primarily run by volunteers, and we need your help so that PASS can continue to grow and serve our community. There are many opportunities to serve, so if you are not already a member of PASS and would like to join, then let us know you wish to be a volunteer. Thank you so much for being a part of this wonderful cause.
Lady Bulldogs basketball as we start the fourth. And they got it down to Madison Manuel in the lane. Couldn't get the shot to go, but then we get the foul call on Perry going after the loose ball. And that'll be her second and only the 16th foul, so no free throws here for the Lady Bulldogs. Beeson to inbounds. Out into the corner. Bean goes down the baseline. Tried to force something up, and the contact underneath not called. The jump ball is Dixion and Perry tie it up. And we've got a nosebleed as Landry Bean took a shot. $7:50 left to go here early in the fourth quarter. 46-26 Leopardettes with the basketball and a 20-point lead. Gowan will bring it across, flip it to Russell. Cannon will work right to the high post, sends it to McGowan, to Perry, works around the screen from McGowan, sends it to Malakote right side. She had it stripped, but she gets it to McGowan anyway. McGowan to the right elbow, lobs it down low. Perry. The shot from outside will not drop. Rebound for Lipple. She'll push it the other way, and her layup at the other end in transition is good. 46-28, Leopardettes with the lead. McGowan lets everybody fly by, puts a three up that's too strong. Offside rebound for Sample, and here come the Lady Bulldogs. Beeson. Right side, Dixion. Back out to Sample. Her three ball is short, but rebound comes right down to Dixion, but she misses the shot. But on the back side was the offensive board from Madison Manuel. Her putback is good. 46-30, Leopardettes lead down to 16. High post, McGowan pushes down, double team, sends it out to Bearden right wing. She'll take it down the baseline, sends it up top to Perry. Perry drives in and reached in, hammered, knocked down, and eventually foul called on Lipple. That's her second. Double bonus for the Leopardettes for the rest of this ball game. 16-point lead with Perry at the line to shoot two. First free throws of the night for Cameron Perry. And that one's perfect. Pushes the lead back to 17 for the Leopardettes. And make it 18. She goes 2 for 2 at the line. Has 7 in the ball game. 6:15 left to go. Sample works around the screen from Manuel. And nobody picked her up on the pick and roll, and that's an easy one inside for Madison Manuel.
Yeah, she could score all night. She could have 20 this quarter if you don't stop that play.
And the foul on Lipple as Russell was racing up the floor. Lipple's third. And this will be 2 free throws for Cannon Russell. Leopardettes need to hit free throws down the stretch here as the Lady Bulldogs have really turned up the defensive intensity. McGowan checks out. Stone will replace her. Malakote will also get a breather as Valenciano returns. Russell's second one won't drop either. Rebounds loose, but Madison Manuel finally claims it for the Lady Bulldogs. Lipple races ahead, lost it off of her foot, but got it back. And Bearden with the good pressure. She got away from her. Nice move underneath from Lipple, just couldn't finish. Perry comes away with it, ahead to Valenciano to Stone, and Valenciano's pass goes out of bounds. Leopardette's 6th turnover of the game.
Yeah, maybe one too many passes right there.
Lipple races ahead. Bearden shuts her down on that right wing. Hands it off to Dixion. Bearden took a bump and hit the ground there, and Perry knocks the ball away from Lipple underneath. It stays with the Lady Bulldogs as Lily Dodson will return for the Leopardettes, and Bearden will check out. Lob it into Manuel. Lipple in the corner, back to Manuel on the wing, works around the screen from Lipple, back out to Beeson now. And lobbed it for Manuel, but Manuel was not home, and Valenciano races past Lipple, put it up too strong, but Perry was there to clean it up. Puts the Leopardettes back up by 18, 5 minutes to go here in the game, and there's a runner in the lane for Riley Beeson that'll drop in. 50-34. Valenciano again races past the defenders. Stone steps through and can't get it to drop. But she'll draw the contact and go to the free throw line. And the foul called on Manuel. I believe that is number 2 on Madison Manuel.
Yep.
But again, Stone at the line to shoot 2. She's got 9 in the ball game.
Yeah, she might have got away with a walk right there.
Jump stop. I don't know if you can count that, but no, I agree. I think she did.
Yeah. Coach Couch is arguing that same fact. But there's 3 other people that's decision is greater than ours.
Emily 1 for 2 at the trip that line, but that time at the line. Now she's is in double figures with 10, 51-34. And need to throw it in on the baseline, not from the sideline. 4:45 left in the ball game. Leopardettes hanging on to a 17-point lead. Dodson will pick up Sample. Sample takes it all the way to the baseline. The floater will not drop. But we're going to get a technical foul called on Coach Couch.
Yeah.
So Dodson picks up the foul. Sample will go shoot 2 free throws. And then we'll have a technical foul called on the Coach Couch. And that'll be free throws and the basketball then for the Leopardettes.
Yep. Well, he's really been working this one official that seems to not be calling anything, and it was right in his area, and another player called it, or another official called it, and that's what he was griping about.
I would say I wasn't sure why he had a complaint on that one. I mean, they called the foul immediately. It wasn't like it didn't get called, but obviously if it was not by who he thought it should have been, the Sample doesn't complete either one of her free throws.
Yeah.
So now Cameron Perry will step up and shoot technical free throws.
Yeah, and that's what he got teed up for, because he was yelling at the person that didn't make the call for not making the call. He wasn't arguing the call.
Yeah, right. So Perry misses the front of her 2 technical free throws. Second one from Cameron on the way. That one is good. And again, it will be Leopardette basketball now with an 18-point lead at 52-34 and 4:38 left in the ball game. Russell gets it into backcourt, picked up by Beeson. Work it left side to Perry. Stone steps out between the rings, sends it right side to Valenciano. Russell pops to the top of the key, drives down the left side of the lane. Floater's blocked by Manuel. Stone comes up with it, and then she'll get fouled, and she'll get to go to the free throw line. And that'll be number 3 on Madison Manuel. And 2 more free throws coming up for Emily Stone. This will be numbers 9 and 10 for her. She's got double figures in the game with 10 points. And make it 11, and all but 4 have come from the free throw line. And Emily goes 2 for 2 that trip at the line. 54-34, Leopardette lead back to 20. 4:15 left in the ball game. As Sample pushes it up for the Lady Bulldogs. Works around the screen from Manuel, and then Sample steps back and drops the 3. Nice shot from Abby Sample. Cuts the lead to 17. Russell to Perry on the right wing. Go inside to Stone. Turns around on Sample. Puts it up with the left hand. That one's off left. Manuel with the rebound. Lipple sends it ahead to Beeson on the right wing, and then Perry trying to come up with that loose ball, picks up the foul. It'll be number 3 on Cameron. And that will put Dixie in at the free throw line for 1-1. Dodson checks out. Malacote returns for the Leopardettes. One and one, first on the way, up and good for Natalie Dixon. (54-38), 16-point Leopardette lead, and second one from Dixon will cut it to 15 at 54-39, and we're going to have a timeout on the floor called by the Lexington Bulldogs. 3:48 left in the ball game. We'll come back after this. Leopardette basketball is being presented by the First National Bank here on KBLP Live.
This is Brandon Cottrell, pastor at Calvary Baptist Church. Just want to take a moment and invite you to come worship with us this Sunday. Classes begin at 9:30 and worship follows at 10:45. We have something for all ages each Wednesday night. Meals begin at 5:30 and Bible study follows at 6:30. We would love to have you come be a part of our worship. We're located 410 West Chickasaw. Come join us.
Leopardette basketball out of the timeout, full court pressure. As Russell gets away from the trap, Perry sends it to the left corner to Malacote. Russell drives into the lane, triple team, sends it back to Valenciano, over to Perry. Russell comes to get it back. They'll set up the offense here.
It's good.
Russell will be going one-on-one with Lipple here. And Lipple nearly came up with that steal. Stone in the lane, no, but the foul on Manuel Madison will be her 4th. Madison Manuel.
Stone will be at line for 2.
That was some sort of a clock-eating play.
With 3 minutes to go.
Sort of, maybe.
And Emily Short with her first of 2 free throws.
Well, she shot so many, her arms getting tired.
Yeah, this is her 11th and 12th free throws of the night.
Probably have to ice that shoulder.
Got that one to go. 55-39, Leopardettes with a 16-point lead. 3:09 left. That is Beeson in the lane. Misses her shot, but got her on this and picked up the foul on Valenciano, her second. Beeson will head to the free throw line, just 1 of 4 there tonight. 1 and 1 here is Short. Russell with the miss. And Russell hounded by Lipple. That's got to be so hard on both of those girls, but Lipple especially. And she's staying tough. Now Beeson comes to bring the trap, and they'll get a foul on Addison Lipple, and that'll be her 4th. And that'll send Russell to the free throw line.
I think that's some semblance of a
stall game?
Stall, clock-eating type of play.
Russell to shoot 2, and surprisingly not going to go in, because I know she's going to be tired after all that work that Madison Lipple made her do out there.
Yeah. I'd hate to have to chase Cannon Russell down.
Oh, me and you both. Cannon gets the second one to go. 56-39 Leopardettes. 2:35 left as Lipple races the other way. Pushes Malacote to the baseline, stops her there. They'll lob it inside to Manuel. Up top, Sample for three, skips across, no good. Malakote with a good block out underneath, comes away with a rebound. 2:20 left as the Leopardettes have the basketball in a 17-point lead. And Perry will come up with that, but they're going to have an over and back. It'll go as a turnover on the Leopardettes. So good defense from the Lady Bulldogs, forces the turnover for the Leopardettes to get the ball back. Ince will check into the ball game. Valenciano will check out. 2:09 left here in the game. 56-39 Leopardettes. And they'll lob for Sample, but it's well short. Ince will steal it.
You can't get it anywhere around Ince. She will steal it.
And now Winterton picks up Russell. They'll lob inside to Stone, and Sample knocks the ball loose and then tracks it down in the corner. So turnover again forced by the Lady Bulldog defense. Winterton races the other way, tries to draw the contact. She does. Gets it to drop. And she'll get an and one as Perry will pick up her fourth personal. So a minute 47 left. Lady Bulldogs are not quitting. They've got the lead down to 15 now after it was 22. Manuel checks out. Landry Bean is back in for the Lady Bulldogs. And Winterton tries to complete the three-point play but can't get it done. Stone comes away with it for the Leopardettes. Russell will push it up on Winterton. Works left, hands to Perry. Perry works around, gets it to Ince, who drives in from the right wing, but left it well short. Lipple comes away with it for the Lady Bulldogs. Picks up her dribble, gets it over to Sample. We'll go to a minute 20 left in the ball game. Sample. Beeson, a long three, does everything but drop down for her, and then Malakote comes away with the rebound and gets fouled. And actually, no, they're going to call jump ball, and it's Lady Bulldog basketball.
Tough break right there.
So Beeson under her own basket to bring it in. Got to watch Manuel in the middle of the lane there. They'll lob it up top to Sample. Winterton out in the corner. Malakote runs her off the line, and she throws up a tough shot, but right into the hands of Madison Manuel. Sample step back three on the way from the top of the key, doesn't go. Rebound tipped into the hands of Malakote. She'll pull up and give it to Russell to bring across the timeline as we're under a minute to go now in the ball game. And the Leopardettes with a 15-point lead. Malakote fires a three from the right wing that won't drop. Ince with the miss. Now her putback won't go. She'll come up with another one and then sends it to Malakote. Russell to Perry, over to Ince right wing. Underneath Stone, turns around, left-hander won't drop. Got her own miss again, still can't get it to go. But they'll get the foul on Sample. That'll be her fourth. It'll be two more free throws for Emily Stone.
Yeah, we've got 5 people with 4 fouls between the two teams. Nobody's fouled out yet.
Stone cannot get that one to drop. 28 seconds left in the ball game. 56-41 Leopardettes. Stone's second one on the way. That one will drop in. Here comes Lipple. Takes it all the way down, gets it stripped by Perry, but out of bounds off the Leopardettes. It'll be Lady Bulldog basketball. Beeson lobbed it intended for Manuel, tipped by Russell, but right into the hands of Sample. Lipple down the baseline left side. That won't go, but the offside rebound and putback will go for Madison Manuel. Russell races down, stops right side, puts it up and in. And that'll be it. Leopardettes will finish with a 16-point win. 59-43, the final score in this one. The Leopardettes will improve to 7-12 on the season. Lady Bulldogs drop to 8-11. And again, the Leopardettes will be back in business here Thursday night. We'll talk about that here coming up momentarily. We'll send it back up to Andrew, take a timeout. We'll come back with our official and unofficial numbers for this one, and then we'll get you ready for a boys matchup coming up right after this. Leopardette basketball has been presented by the First National Bank here on KBLP Live.
Hello, Lindsay community. My name is Christian Torres, and I am the minister for the Lindsay Church of Christ. I would like to invite you to join us for worship Sundays at 10:45 a.m. and for Bible class Wednesdays at 7 p.m. Our address is 1205 West Cherokee Street. The Lindsay Church of Christ is a group of imperfect people who love God, His Word, and each other. And we love this community so much, and we pray that all the students and teachers have a great school year. Come and join us at the Lindsay Church of Christ.
Hi, I'm Jess Thornburg with Homestead & Co. Realty. I'm a local realtor that lives locally. I live here and I work here. Growing up in rural Oklahoma, I was taught the value of doing the right thing. I know how valuable relationships are with good people. So I'd like to apply for the relationship of being your realtor. I'm not a high-pressure salesperson from the city, so call me at 405-471-9855 when you're thinking real estate. You'll get information from a real person without the sales pressure. Call me at 405-471-9855. Let's go, Lindsay.
Hey Leopard fans, this is Nick Johnson from First Baptist Church Lindsay. At First Baptist Church, we are a family ministry and desire to faithfully proclaim the gospel in Lindsay and beyond. We would like to invite you to join us every Sunday for worship at 9 a.m. and Sunday school following at 10:15. Our Wednesday evening activities start with dinner at 5:50, and then we have Bible studies for children, youth, and adults starting at 6:30. First Baptist Church is proud to support the Lindsay Leopards, and we wish all of our student athletes a successful season. From all of us at First Baptist Church Lindsay, go Leopards!
This is Jared Thomas from the American Exchange Bank here in Lindsay. We at the American Exchange Bank have one goal, and that is to be a great hometown community bank that offers great customer service, a friendly face, and multiple loan products to meet your short and long-term financial goals. Come by and visit us at 402 South Main at www.aebank.us or now on your phone using our new mobile feature, member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Are you caring for an aging parent or other loved one at home? It's important to know you're not alone. Hi, this is Connie Upton with Abiding Home Health. The people we serve have a variety of needs, of acute illnesses to individuals who require health care assistance to live independently at home. Our goal is to make a difference in the short and long-term care of each patient. For more information, visit us online at abidinghomehealth.com. Abiding Home Health, creating personal, positive changes and transformations.
Tailored Creative Services is your one-stop shop for all of your creative needs. Find me on Facebook at Tailored Creative Services so we can talk about your next project.
Clements Insurance provides insurance coverage to best suit your needs. We offer auto, home, farm, life, and business policies. Come by 109 West Chickasaw or call 405-756-2253. Clements Insurance is carrying on the tradition to satisfy you. So come see me, Keith, or Beth. Go Lindsay.
Whether you want to promote your business or unite your team, depend on Design It. Locally owned and operated, we are dedicated to offering the service you need to give you the results you deserve. We are committed to providing you with custom screen printing, embroidery, custom graphic designs, logo designs, and we have a creative arts department and an in-house artist who can take your idea and give it our professional touch with custom art services. Contact us today.
Back here to wrap up this girls matchup, the Leopardettes come away with a 59-43 win. They avenged that 4-point loss from the Lady Bulldogs from earlier this season, back actually a month ago tonight. And they'll do it for the Lady Bulldogs. 10 points in the game for Madison Manuel. She leads the way for the Lady Bulldogs. 7 from Janelle Winterton, 5 apiece from Riley Beeson And Landry Bean, also 5 from Addison Lipple, 4 from Natalie Dixon, also 4 from Mackenzie Manuel, and 3 from Abby Sample rounds out the scoring for the Lady Bulldogs. And for the Leopardettes, the Leopardettes had 4 players in double figures, 14 apiece from Maddie McGowan and also from Emily Stone, 13 from Cannon Russell. She had 9 of those in the second half. 10 from Cameron Perry, and then the 7 from Chloe Ince, and a single free throw from Bradley Malakote rounds out the scoring for the Leopardettes. Leopardettes were +2 on the glass at 28-26, and 19 turnovers on the Lady Bulldogs, 9 for the Leopardettes. And I'll let you talk about free throws. I don't trust my numbers there, but we'll go to Glenn and talk about shooting numbers.
Well, Leopardettes outscore Lexington by 4 from 2-point range. They match up exactly the same, with each team hitting 3 three-pointers from 3-point range. Leopardettes outscore Lexington by 12 from the free throw line. Leopardettes 20 for 32, whereas Lexington was 8 for 21. So Lexington shot quite a few free throws. They just didn't make a very good percentage of their free throws. The shooting, again, the Leopardettes ended up with 23 more shots in the first half. That got cut down in the second half, and the Leopardettes end up taking 16 more shots for the game from the field. So Lindsay was 18 for 55 for 33%, and Lexington was 16 for 39 for 41%. But the difference is the free throws. They fouled a lot. I think Lexington got frustrated there at the end. I know the coach was frustrated, and sometimes you play, you kind of go with along the same lines as your coach does. And so he got frustrated, and when he did, the rest of the team kind of went with him. So that caused a lot of frustration on the floor that resulted in fouls. But great job on defense by the Leopardettes, holding Lexington to 43 points after that 64-point outburst over there at Lexington.
Absolutely. So with that, the Leopardettes again improved to 7-12 on the season, and we'll see them here on Thursday night as we will be taking on, is that the Davis game?
Yes, Thursday is the
Davis game, and it will, I believe it's homecoming night as well,
yes.
Is it not?
Yes,
so
it
at
is.
halftime of the boys game, we'll do homecoming as well. So with that, we're going to send it back up to Andrew, and we'll take a timeout, and we'll come back and get set up for a boys game coming up right after this on KBLP Live.
Get your game day, or any day, off to a great start with Hot Mess Coffee at 213 South Main in Lindsay. Hot Mess Coffee Co. offers coffees, lattes, teas, and other tasty beverages, plus great food, too. Good luck to the Lindsay Leopards from Hot Mess Coffee Co. and Java House Realty at 213 South Main in Lindsay.
At Rural Electric Cooperative, we're committed to providing electric power and opportunity to the many areas our members call home. That includes supporting youth programs that teach life skills and build character. With REC, you're more than a customer, you're a member owner. And that's why we're always working hard to provide you with the most dependable electric power possible. As a Touchstone Energy Cooperative, REC is dedicated to providing the best service possible and supporting the communities in our service area.
Hey there, this is Trace Adams with Hassler Hot Oil Service. We are family owned and operated with over 25 years experience. I am a 4th generation Lindsay Leopard, and we proudly support Lindsay Leopards and Leopardettes athletically and academically in all their endeavors. Call my dad, Greg Adams, at 405-756-6075 for all of your hot oiler needs. Again, that's 405-756-6075. Go, Lindsay!
Dr. Mike Beckman and all of his staff at 301 South Main Street in Lindsay would like to wish the Lindsay High School football team good luck this season. To schedule your next eye exam, call Dr. Beckman's office at 405-756-4414. Operating hours are from 8:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Thursday and 8:30 to noon on Friday. Call 405-756-4414 or stop by at 301 South Main in Lindsay. Go Leopards from everybody at Dr. Mike Beckman's office.
So we're back to get to the boys matchup between the Lexington Bulldogs and the Lindsay Leopards. These two teams met a month ago, and Lexington loses to the Leopards by 6. 56-50 the final score in that game over at Lexington. And so we'll see if the Leopards can make it 2 for 2 on the season. But this is a tough Bulldog team. They may come in 6-12, but they are dangerous. So the Leopards are going to have to make sure they bring their A game here tonight.
A lot of height. They got a lot. Yeah.
So starting for the Bulldogs, 0 is Zeke Falconberry. He's a junior. Number 1 is Ezra Falconberry. He is also a senior. Number 3 is Ty Mixon. Mixon, a junior. Number 11 is Trey Hartzog. Hartzog, the senior. And round out the starting 5 with number 20, Drew Deerking. He is a junior. Head coach for the Lexington Bulldogs is Tyler Thetford. He's assisted by Kyle Wells and Monty Irvin. And again, the Bulldogs 6-12 on the season coming into tonight's matchup. For the Lindsay Leopards, who are 14-4 on the season, they come in ranked number 10 in the state in Class 3A, according to OSSAA rankings at least. And let's start with the point guard, number 1, Mitchell Henson. He is a 5'10 senior. At center will be number 3, Ryan Kennedy, the 6'6 senior. Also at forward will be number, I got to make sure I've got my right jersey numbers here. Number 11 is Bryson Watts. Watts, the 6-foot-tall junior. At forward, number 23, Caleb Ince. He's a 6-foot-tall senior. And at guard will be number 33, Jaden Watts. He is a 6-foot-tall senior. The head coach for the Lindsay Leopards is David Davidson. He's assisted by Joe Foster and Will Kaufman. Greg Perry, Glenn Shoemake here courtside at Leopard Arena in Lindsay. We get set for this matchup. And I misspoke earlier, Glenn, and you should have corrected me. Next for the Leopardettes and Leopards, actually next Tuesday night, we will be at Washington.
Right.
And then the following Thursday, we're back here for homecoming. So we'll straighten all that out coming up at halftime of this game. Plus, we'll talk about postseason since those matchups came out tonight. But Kennedy controls the tip, but it's bounces around into the hands of Trey Hartzog, and the Bulldogs will get first chance here. Again, with 2 Falconberries on the floor, I want to go with first names, and that shot from Ezra off the mark, and Jaden Watts comes down with the rebound. And nobody picks up Henson, and nobody picked up Caleb Ince down the baseline, and the Leopards get an easy one to start off with.
Yeah, you like that start right there.
That is Zeke pushes it up the floor. Mixon now off the screen, gets to the free throw line, section from Kennedy, but right back to Mixon. And then we'll get a travel called on Zeke Falconberry, so Bulldogs turn it over, and the Leopards will get it back with a 2-point lead here early in the ballgame.
Yeah, and Zeke is really the motor that makes him go. Him and Ezra are both outstanding ball players, and they can do it off the bounce, and they can shoot the 3.
Bryson between the circles, up to Henson, right wing to Jaden, back up top. Henson sends it to Bryson into the left corner. Henson down the baseline, 12-footer won't drop. Rebound pulled down by Hartzog.
Good looking shot. Yep. Good ball fake, got by him. Just couldn't get it to drop.
Zeke on the handle, picked up by Kennedy now off the switch. Tries to get it to Mixon. Mixon gets to the free throw line, sends it to Hartzog. His 3 from the left wing will rattle in. Trey Hartzog for three. And the Bulldogs have got a 1-point lead. Henson pushes up. Bryson right wing. Back to Ince. They'll lob inside. Kennedy, turnaround jumper off the glass and in for Ryan Kennedy.
They can't stop that. Drew Deerking's about 6'2", and he's got a little girth, but he can't stop that.
Zeke on the handle, needs some help. Stopped on the baseline, and he'll lob it to Deerking out near the half line, and then they'll go right back to Mixon in the left corner. Bryson on the defense. Come back up top to Hartzog. And Kennedy, or excuse me, Ince is right there, and then dribbled off. That should have been, I thought, it over and back. I thought that went off of Mixon's foot.
Yep.
Down the line, the floater will drop in for Zeke Falkenberry.
Yeah, that's what he does. He just maneuvers and gets a little wiggle and goes in the lane and throws it up, and it'll bounce around and go in on him.
There's Deerking knocking the inlet pass away that Ince was trying to get into Kennedy. Mixon goes back out to Ezra, who had it knocked loose by Jaden Watts. Leopards force the turnover.
Yeah, good hands right there by Caleb Ince.
Henson sends it to Bryson. Back with Jaden between the circles. Quickly, Henson underneath. Back out to wide open Bryson for three that has everything but go in. Caleb Ince tips the rebound, but Hartzog will pull it down for the Bulldogs. And here comes quickly the other way. Ezra heads it right back to Zeke. Goes to the baseline, cut off there. Good defense from Henson. Deerking goes to Hartzog right wing with a hand in his face. Hartzog drains the three from the right wing. 8-4 Bulldogs with a 4-point lead here early in the first. Jaden up top to Bryson, lob it to Kennedy at the free throw line, turns around on Hartzog. Comes right back to him, and this time Hartzog will get caught pushing from behind. First foul of the ball game on Trey Hartzog. And Henson under his own basket to trigger for this one with 4:33 left here in the first. Kennedy quickly up top to Ince. Bryson right back to Kennedy in the lane, lays it up and in.
Oh, nice play. Most dangerous guy is the inbounder. That was Ryan Kennedy.
Zeke on the handle, goes to Mixon at the elbow right side. Back to Hartzog, who got away momentarily and then threw it away. Henson comes away with the loose ball. Races all the way down, gets to the free throw line, reverses, goes into the lane, puts it up, can't get it to drop though. Nice move from Henson. Zeke pushes the other way. Henson stays in front of him. And they'll come up top to Mixon. Step back three from Mixon is an air ball. That goes officially the fourth turnover now on the Bulldogs, but Leopards still trail by 2 with 3:40 left here in the first. As Henson will walk it across. Bryson gets it right wing. Go right back to Henson. His shot blocked from behind, but got his own miss and put it right back up and in. Ties the game at 8.
Mitchell needed to see that ball go through the hoop finally.
Bryson picks up Zeke, top of the key. Ezra gets it right wing. Ezra backs up. Henson stays on the defense. Got a count going over there. Ezra down the baseline. Bryson tips the pass, but it ends up in the hands of Hartzog, who goes to Zeke. His right wing three is off the mark, but Deerking's on the backside for the offensive board. And then Deerking throws up a three that won't drop. Jaden Watts pulls down that miss.
Yeah, they've taken 5 threes. Yeah, 5 threes now.
And we're going to say Zeke was on the out-of-bounds line when he tipped that ball, and so it'll be Leopard ball, who nearly turned it over. Sub in for the Leopards, number 10, Ty Ferguson, the 5'7" senior, as Bryson Watts will get a breather. And then at the next stoppage, we'll see Seth Padilla get ready to check in, but Henson will push it up with 2:38 to go here in the first. Leopards and Bulldogs are tied at 8. Jaden underneath. Kennedy had it knocked loose, got it back, spins around, puts it off the glass. No, but he'll get a blocking foul called on Zeke Falkenberry. It'll be his first, the team's second. And that'll put Ryan Kennedy at the free throw line to shoot 2. And Padilla is going to check in.
I've noticed, you may have noticed this too, it looks like Lexington really wants to be physical with the Leopards.
Yep.
And
I can't imagine that.
Yeah. They are really getting after Mitchell Henson, Ryan Kennedy. They're shoving and pushing and grabbing and making life tough.
Padilla replaces Jaden Watts, by the way, as he checks in. Padilla is the 6-foot-tall senior. As Kennedy goes 2 for 2 at the line. He's got 6 of the Leopards' 10 points. It's 10-8, Lindsay by 2. 2:20 left to go here in the first quarter. Zeke cannot get away from Ferguson, and they double dribbled it. And that's really good defense from Kennedy because they really wanted to go to Skylar Rollins, number 32, who checked in for the Bulldogs. That's now 5 turnovers on the Bulldogs. Ferguson has it right wing. Number 25 is Hunter Olson, who's in the game as well. And loose ball on the floor. It's still loose. Finally, Kennedy comes away with it, and he'll be fouled hard.
Oh.
I mean, hard. And Coach Davidson trying to call for a intentional there. But Skylar Rollins picks up his first, but that'll put Kennedy at the line to shoot 2 more free throws. And that one's short. Also notice Kennedy's got that right wrist and the thumb wrapped up. But he drops that one in. Makes it 11-8 Leopards by 3 as we're under 2 minutes left to go here in the first quarter.
Yeah, a 7-0 run right here by the Leopards.
Dierking underneath to Rollins. Shot might have been partially blocked, but it's off the side of the backboard, but right to Zeke Falkenberry. And Zeke lost it out of bounds. Great defense right there from Ty Ferguson. Henson pushes it to Ince left wing. Henson gets it back, long 2, got it to drop. The flop didn't work, and Henson made them pay. 13-8, Leopards by 5, 1:20 left here in the first. Zeke on the handle. Ferguson on the defense. Rollins sets the screen, but they can't get back to him. They've got a mismatch now as Ezra falls down. Zeke in the corner for 3, doesn't go. Ince the offside rebound for the Leopards. Ahead to Henson, who gets it to Kennedy, who puts it up and in.
Yeah.
15-8 Leopards, under a minute to go. Zeke pushes all the way down, sends it out in the corner. 3 ball up and good for Hunter Olson. 15-11, 4-point Leopard lead now. As we approach 35 seconds left to go here in the first quarter. Ferguson up top to Ince. He'll work left, lob it to Kennedy. Kennedy got Rollins in the air, tucks it right to the rim and lays it in. 17-11, Leopard lead back to 6. We're coached 20 seconds to go now here in the first. Zeke will walk it up. Ferguson meets him at half court. Zeke still on the handle, down to 5 seconds. No look pass to Dierking, back out. Olsen, long 3 on the way, is an air ball. And goes out of bounds, and it will be Leopards by 6 at the end of 1. 17-11 our score.
Lindsay would like to wish
back
the Lindsay
up
High
to
School
Andrew.
football
We're back
team
in the
good luck
second
this
quarter.
season.
After
To
this,
schedule your
Leopard
next eye
basketball is
exam, call
presented by
Dr.
the First
Beckman's
National
office at
Bank
405-756-4414. Operating hours are from 8:30
National
a.m.
Bank of Lindsay is proud to be a sponsor of tonight's broadcast. Whether you're looking for a business loan, personal loan, or a certain type of deposit product, chances are we have what you're looking for. First National Bank, locally owned and operated, insured by FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
S&H Tank Service is your choice for Lindsay owned and operated vacuum truck service. S&H Tank Service's fleet is equipped with transports, bobtails, pump and kill trucks rated up to 10,000 psi, plus hot oil units, rock trailers, frac tanks, mud and shell haul-off pits, and soil farming. As Lindsay High School graduates, S&H is proud to support Lindsay schools and all of their student activities. S&H Tank Service would like to wish the Leopards and Leopardettes the best of luck in everything they do. Give S&H a call anytime, 24/7 at 405-756-3121. That's 405-756-3121. And remember, your phone starts our trucks. That's S&H Tank Service of Lindsay.
The Watts brothers have returned for the Leopards as the Leopards have the ball to start the second quarter. Jaden has it left wing, up top to Ferguson. Back to Jaden. Back over to Ferguson, looking inside at Kennedy. Back to Bryson, back to Padilla. Jaden now back to Ferguson, top of the key. Padilla gets it back now to the high post, Kennedy, and he'll get pushed from behind from Rollins. And that will be number 2 on Skylar Robbins. Kennedy gets a breather.
Caleb Ince
returns. You got a high five from him, didn't you?
Yeah.
Bryson to the corner right side, up top. Jaden left side, Ferguson. Back to Jaden to Bryson, right side Ince. Back up top, Ferguson. Jaden to the left elbow. Jumper up in the end for Jaden Watts. 19-11, Leopards by 8. 7:20 left to go here in the half. Zeke on the handle. Ferguson with the defense. A little push off there that gets down the lane. He got it to Deerking, who put it up and in.
Yeah, Zeke is tough, I'm telling you. Zeke is tough. He's going to be doing that for the rest of the game, too. He's got no quit in him.
Ince has it left wing and sends it up top. Bryson will have to go chase it down in the backcourt. The Leopards will turn it over for the third time. Ty Mixon returns for the Bulldogs. And Rollins is going to check out. And that means Kennedy's going to check back in along with Mitchell Henson. So a little bit of chess match going on here. They take their big guy out. We put ours back in.
Yeah.
So Zeke will get in the backcourt. Bryson Watts picks him up on the defense. Works around the screen from Deerking. Thought about that long three, but Kennedy right in front of him. On the backside, Ezra Falkenberry got lost. They found him on the back line, but couldn't get it to drop. Henson picks up the foul. That is his first, the team's first. But this will be 2 free throws coming up for Ezra Falkenberry. And that one will not go in. First free throws of the night for the Bulldogs. 6:38 left in the half. 19-13. Leopards with a 6-point lead. And Ezra will get that one to go for his first point of the game. Henson quickly the other way. Kennedy stops top of the key. Jaden tries to get away from Ezra. Bryson to Ince, right side Henson. Got Jaden coming down from the top of the key and got it knocked out of bounds. I'm going to say it stays with the Leopards. So Henson under his own basket, sends it to Kennedy out of the corner. Ince over to Bryson. Back to Ince, back to Ensign right wing. Back up top. Bryson drives the right side of the lane. Can't get it to drop though. Nixon with the miss for the Bulldogs. He'll push the other way. Ezra stops right wing. Turns down to 3. Got Kennedy to fly by and then drains the 3 from there. 2-point ball game, 19-17. Henson comes back and gets it to reset the offense here. Bryson to Ince. The lob inside, too far inside, and Kennedy couldn't come up with it. Leopards now have 4 turnovers. And Hartzog steps and fires the 3, and Deerking tip in over the back of Henson won't drop. Kennedy comes away with that miss. Up top, Henson. Jaden Watts drives in the lane, had the floater strip from behind. Ahead, Ezra has it rejected by Jaden Watson. Caleb Ince comes up with it. So one block on one end leads to another block at the other end. Bryson Watts left wing. Up to Jaden between the circles. He'll work right around the screen. And the jumper up and good from Jaden Watts. He's got 4 and pushes the Leopard lead to 4. 4:50 left in the first half. Zeke on the handle. Gets around the screen from Ezra. Good defense from Henson. And got in his landing space. Knocks him down. And Henson picks up his second. That'll get Ferguson back to the scorer's table to check in. But this will be a couple of free throws for Zeke Falkenberry. And that one will not drop. Ferguson's in. Henson will sit with those 2 fouls. 4:47 left here in the first half. And a second free throw attempt to come for Zeke Falkenberry. And that one way off the mark. Kennedy skies to get that rebound. Bryson will bring it up. Jaden in the right corner. Back to Bryson on the right wing. Ince at the top of the key. Surveys. Goes to Kennedy left side. Step back 3 from Kennedy goes across. And Ince tries to save it in bounds, but could not ever get it good enough to knock it off of Deerking. So it'll be Bulldog basketball, but we're going to have a timeout called by Lexington. 4:30 left to go here in the first half. It's 21-17. We'll keep it here for this one. And Glenn will talk a little bit about the playoffs coming up and our broadcast schedule coming up as well. As it's going to get real busy.
Yeah.
Coming up really quick here as we'll have the district pairings. The Leopards and Leopardettes will get to host districts here at Lindsay against Kingston. And then they'll travel to Kingston for regionals. There's a sub-regional at Marlowe, but we get stuck. I say get stuck. We get to travel down to the district at Kingston. So us at Kingston and Dixon and Tishomingo will all go down for our regionals at Kingston. So,
well, it's Lindsay, Kingston, Valiant, Atoka is who are.
I thought it was 6 and 8 that went to Kingston.
No,
6 and 7 go to Kingston.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
So Valiant and Atoka.
Right.
So those will be the 4 teams that travel, of course, for first round at Kingston. Marlowe and Davis and Dixon and Tishomingo will be at Marlowe first and then come there on that next round. So those will be coming up here again just a couple of weeks. In fact, we'll play we'll play Kingston here 2 weeks from tomorrow night for the district matchup, because that'll be a Saturday night game. Out of the timeout, Zeke Falkenberry trying to get away from Ferguson. Cross-court pass to Hartzog. 3-ball on the way is up and good. Trey Hartzog's got 3 threes in the game, and he's pulled the Bulldogs back within 1 at 21-20. 4 minutes to go in the half. Ferguson left wing. Left elbow, Ince. Over to Watts right wing. They triple team Kennedy underneath. Ferguson gets it left wing. Comes up top to Jaden. Back over to Ince. Back up top to Jaden. Bryson to Ferguson now. Jaden. Ince back over to Ferguson right wing. Up top, Bryson got around Zeke. Goes out to Ferguson. Back up top to Jaden. And then tried to force one down, and it was tipped out of bounds. As I think Ince saw Ferguson cutting from this right corner, thought he could get it to him, but it got tipped in route. So Leopard basketball, Bryson to bring it in on the baseline. And throws it up, and there's Deerking, who took a body shot right into Caleb Ince. And Deerking's first is the team's fifth. So Bryson gets the inbounds from Ince. Ferguson steps out right wing. Ince to Jaden. Now get it to Kennedy underneath. Double team. Had to double clutch it, and he couldn't get it to drop. Rebound pulled down by Mixon. Mixon pushes the other way, and stopped by Kennedy on the drive. Hartzog right wing. Goes back to Zeke. His 3 from the right corner. Up and good. Zeke Falkenberry for 3. The Bulldogs have found a 3-point basket, and they've taken a 2-point lead with 2:50 left to go here.
Yeah, they've got 6 threes so far tonight. That's 18 of their 23 points.
Kennedy, can he match it on this end? No, but Bryson Watts was there, had a rebound, and Zeke Falkenberry knocked it loose from him. Zeke gets around Bryson, but Jaden rejects his shot, and then he's fouled on the other end. And that foul goes on to Bryson Watts, his first, team's third. And Zeke Falkenberry goes back to the free throw line where he's 0 for 2. Yeah, the Bulldogs have only got 8 made baskets, but 6 of them are threes. Zeke to shoot 2. That one will drop in. He's got 6 in the ball game, and Bulldogs have their biggest lead of the game. And that one will rattle in for him as well. 25-21 with 2:25 to go. Kennedy top of the key. Ferguson back to Henson right wing. Henson back in there with those 2 fouls. Quickly to Ince. Ince fires a 3, skips across, no good. Ezra Falkenberry with the rebound. Zeke will bring it up. Bulldogs for the ball and a 4-point lead. Hartzog run off the 3-point line and then lost the basketball. Kennedy steps around and they're going to get an offensive foul called on Kennedy. That'll be Ryan's first, team's 4th. The Bulldogs for the ball now, and that 4-point lead as we're under 2 minutes left to go here. Leopards have been outscored 14-4 in this quarter. Zeke cannot get away from Ferguson. Hartzog got Ince in the air, and then Ince tips his shot, and then Mixon lost it out of bounds. So Henson will bring it up. Leopards need to cut back into that lead. Ince to the left elbow. Jaden sends it all the way to Ferguson right wing. Back to Jaden, left side, into the left corner. Ince for 3, off the side of the backboard, no. Henson skies for the rebound, gets it to Kennedy in the lane. Kennedy gets that one to go.
Kennedy giving the assist to Henson.
25-23, Leopards down by 2. Ezra picked up his dribble, gets it into Hartzog in the corner. Mixon cuts through the lane, but had the ball knocked loose into the hands of Zeke Falkenberry. Zeke drives the lane, sends it over to Mixon, and he gets his shot rejected by Kennedy, but out of bounds. So it'll be Bulldog basketball with 53 seconds left here in the first half. They have a 2-point lead on the Leopards. Mixon to inbounds. Ezra gets it left wing. Looks to penetrate, slips and falls down, and that'll be a turnover, and that'll be the 10th turnover on the Bulldogs here in the first half. So 49 seconds left. Leopards with the ball down by 2. Ferguson right wing. Up top, Ince steps up, fires the 3. Cannot get it to go. Caleb just cannot find that range. Ezra Falkenberry with the miss. Zeke pushes ahead, double team, lost it. With 20 seconds left, Leopards will hold it for a final shot. Henson stands and dribbles out near the half line. Works toward the right side, sends it to Ferguson. 5 seconds up top. Henson, long 2 on the way. Up and good for Mitchell Henson. And the Leopards will tie it up at 25 on the last second shot from Henson here at halftime.
Valve Repair and Lindsay
We'll send
would like
it back
wish
to
the
Andrew. We'll take a timeout. Ben and I will figure up our
when need of a
official
valve repair,
numbers.
come by
We're back
Sooner
with
Valve
more from
Repair,
Lindsay right after
106
this.
Southwest 9th Street
This is
in
the First
Lindsay,
National Bank
Oklahoma.
halftime
Or call
show here on your Sportsman,
405-756-1599. Good luck, Leopards, from Sooner Valve Repair in Lindsay.
Shannon's Beauty Salon would like to wish the Leopards and Leopardettes good luck this basketball season. And go KK!
Do Do you have your Oklahoma medical marijuana card, or do you need your card? Rusty's can help you with that. We are your local vape shop and dispensary with more than 6 years of service as a modern smoke shop. Rusty's is located 1 block north of Cherokee Street at 204 Northwest 4th Street in Lindsay, and half a mile east of I-35 at 2401 West Grant Street in Pauls Valley. Get your stash at Rusty's.
First National Bank of Lindsay is proud to be a sponsor of tonight's broadcast. Whether you're looking for a business loan, personal loan, or a certain type of deposit product, chances are we have what you're looking for. First National Bank, locally owned and operated, insured by FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
PASS is a nonprofit organization who is devoted to making a difference in the substance use and abuse in Garvin County. The vision of PASS is to reduce the prevalence of drugs in our community through collaborative planning, community action, and policy engagement. We are a local coalition of individuals and organizations working together in our community to prevent substance abuse and provide support to families struggling with drug addiction. PASS is primarily run by volunteers, and we need your help so that PASS can continue to grow and serve our community. There are many opportunities to serve, so if you are not already a member of PASS and would like to join, then let us know you wish to be a volunteer. Thank you so much for being a part of this wonderful cause.
This is Brandon Cottrell, pastor at Calvary Baptist Church. Just want to take a moment and invite you to come worship with us this Sunday. Classes begin at 9:30 and worship follows at 10:45. We have something for all ages each Wednesday night. Meals begin at 5:30 and Bible study follows at 6:30. We would love to have you come be a part of our worship. We're located 410 West Chickasaw. Come join us.
So we are back here at halftime. We are all tied up at 25. The Leopards had an 8-point lead at the end of the first quarter at 17-11. But the Bulldogs had a big second quarter from the three-point line. Had 3 threes in that second quarter. And they ended up outscoring the Leopards 14-8 in the second quarter to tie this game at 25 here at halftime. For the Bulldogs, they are led by Trey Hartzog, who's got 9 points on 3 threes in the first half. 7 from Zeke Falkenberry, 4 from Ezra Falkenberry, 3 from Hunter Olson, and 2 from Drew Deerking rounds out the scoring for the Bulldogs. I had them 3 of 6 from the free throw line. For the Leopards, hey, I'm 100% right now. 12 points from Ryan Kennedy, 10 of those in the first quarter, but he leads the way for the Leopards with 12. 6 from Mitchell Henson, that big one there at the end of the second quarter to tie this game at 25. And then 4 from Jaden Watts and 2 from Caleb Ince. That's all the scoring for the Leopards. And they were 3 of 4 from the free throw line, and all of those were shot by Ryan Kennedy. So the Leopards are +1 on the glass at 9-8, and they have forced the Bulldogs into 11 turnovers. The Leopards have 6 of their own, and we'll go over to Glenn and talk about some of the shooting numbers.
Yeah, and pretty close. Both teams shooting pretty well. Lexington is 8 for 19 from the field, 2 for 7 from three-point range. But listen to this three-point number. They are 6 for 12 from three-point range, shooting 50% from three-point range, and that's what's kept them in the game. They've outscored the Leopards by 18 from three-point range, because the Leopards are 0 for 6, trying to find their first three-point shot. But the Leopards are 11 for 16 from two-point range, so that's 11 for 22 for 50%. But both teams have made 3 free throws. But Lexington living and dying by the 3 right there. 18 of their 25 points from three-point range, and the Leopards, 22 of their 25 points are from two-point range. So difference in styles, but it equates to a 25-25 halftime score.
Well, the Leopards shot 19 free throws in the first meeting between these two teams, and Lexington shot 11, but all 19 of the Leopards' free throws came in the second half the last time we played. So see what adjustments are made here at halftime. But like I said, right now it is all tied up at 25 here at halftime. More entertainment here from Tumbling by Sid, or Tumbling with Sid, as we are entertained here at halftime. We talked a little bit about the matchups for postseason play, and let me line you up the schedule ahead of that, because we had to reschedule so many games because of the weather. But coming up next Tuesday, the 7th, the Leopards and Leopardettes will travel to Washington. We'll take on the Warriors and Lady Warriors over in Washington coming up next Tuesday. And then on Thursday night will be the makeup with Davis, and that'll be homecoming on Thursday night, February 9th. So Tuesday night at Washington. Thursday night we're back home for homecoming with Davis on the 9th. That'll be at halftime of the boys game. We'll turn right around and come back here on Friday night, and that'll be senior night. Pauls Valley will be in the house here on Friday night, the 10th. And then you'll turn right around and play on Monday, the makeup game with Purcell. And that'll be again here at home, and we'll do the pie and cake auction for the Booster Club here at halftime of the boys and girls game.
I am the minister for the Lindsay Church of Christ. I would like to invite you to join us for worship Sundays at 10:45 a.m. and for Bible class Wednesdays at 7 p.m. Our address is 1205 West Cherokee Street. The Lindsay Church of Christ is a group of imperfect people who love God, His Word, and each other. And we love this community so much. And we pray that all the
district matchup here in Lindsay on the 18th. And then the following Thursday will be the first round of regionals, and that's where the Leopards and Leopardettes will travel to Kingston and play regionals on Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So that would be, 23, 24, 25 of February.
Yeah.
So
we're familiar with that gym.
We are. Been there.
Yeah.
And we're very familiar with that gym.
Yeah.
That was, so again, that is our lineup. So you mentioned getting ready for playoffs in these games, but you're going to play on Thursday night, Friday night, Monday night. After you've played, so you go Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Monday. But when you get into postseason, you're playing a lot of times back-to-back nights, back-to-back days. You may play Thursday night and then have to play an early afternoon game on Friday. So
that's why so many teams have went to the three tournament format. You can either play in 2 tournaments and have so many games depending on if you're a football school or non-football school, or you can play in 3 tournaments. And a lot of schools have opted for the 3 tournaments just because that's the playoff format. You get used to playing Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Now, regionals, you can play Thursday, Friday, Saturday. If you go in on the loser side, if you lose your district matchup, if you play Thursday, Friday, Saturday as long as you keep winning. If you win your district and then you win your Thursday game, you don't play until Saturday of the regionals. So, but just to get ready and used to that kind of format, that's why a lot of schools push to go to 3 tournaments. Used to 2 was the limit.
Right.
That's all you could go to. And a lot of schools pushed for that because they felt like it was an advantage going into playoffs to play 3 instead of just 2.
So again, we are all tied up here at halftime, and there's a lot of basketball coming up next couple of weeks. So make sure you stick with us here and like and subscribe. KBLP Live on YouTube, and that way you'll know when we're fixing to go live with the next Leopards and Leopardettes basketball.
Yeah, and a lot of basketball left to play here in the next 16 minutes.
Absolutely. This is going to be a barn burner. The First National Bank halftime show has been brought to you here on the KBLP Live as we get ready to start this third quarter. And it looks like it's going to be Bulldog basketball. When we do, Greg Peary, Glenn Shoemaker here courtside. Andrew ESPN Lyon up on the laptop. JD's not here tonight. I'm not going to tell you where he is because I'm mad at him. But
he had a concert?
No, it's worse than that.
Oh,
I think he's snow skiing. Taos, New Mexico, snow skiing.
Oh, I wonder if he's watching us. We can put a push pin in Taos, New Mexico.
CC Lyon running the camera for us. Appreciate her doing that. Zeke Falkenberry on the handle, works right wing. Goes baseline, double teamed there, has to pull it back out. Derek King's catch fire three is short off the front of the rim. And Caleb Ince manages to come up with it. And then Zeke Falkenberry is going to kick it. And they're going to say it went off of Jaden Watson. He looks and goes, how? So that's unfortunate because that was kicked by Falkenberry.
Mm-hmm.
Off the inbounds, easy one for Hartzog underneath, and the Bulldogs go right back up on top by 2. That was too easy.
Yep. Set piece right there on an inbounds play.
Yes, Mr. Cage. Yeah. That was a set piece off the inbounds.
Yeah. Oh, and they pushed him. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And Jaden says, thank you very much, as Ezra Falkenberry picks up his first foul. So Jaden will bring it in on the baseline. Lob it up top. Kennedy got Hartzog in the air, and then Hartzog knocked the ball loose from Kennedy. Zeke quickly goes the other way, hesitates, got Henson in the air, and then Henson knocks Falkenberry to the floor, and that'll be a foul number 3 on Mitchell Henson. And Zeke a little bit hobbled when he gets up, but Henson looks like he's a little bit shaken up as well. That was a pretty good collision right there. As we know how high Henson gets in the air.
Yeah, he's got the most amazing vertical.
Yep. Falkenberry's first free throw would not drop, by the way. Second one on the way. That one will not go in either. Jaden Watts will claim it for the Leopards. They have the ball down by 2. We're still early here in the third. Bryson has it right wing. Ince, the lob up over the top for Kennedy, and he got Hartzog in the air, and that'll be a foul number 2 on Trey Hartzog. And Kennedy will head to the free throw line. I think this may be, we may see a heavy dose of Ryan Kennedy here, just trying to take advantage of his height and try to get them into some foul trouble. There weren't a whole lot of fouls called in that first half.
No, we didn't force it in there too much. And like I said at halftime, I think he's a smart enough player that you still got to get him the ball and let him make decisions, even if he's double and triple teamed.
Zeke has Kennedy out on him, and he can't get away from him. Ezra comes and gets it. Ezra into the lane, tough shot, and it won't drop. But Deerking hung around there long enough to come up with an offensive rebound. Takes it right back down. That one won't drop either. And Jaden Watts with his 4th rebound. Henson at the top of the key, gives it up to Jaden. Back over to Henson. Right side Ince. Bryson to Jaden. To Henson. Skip pass all the way to Bryson. Up top, Jaden turned down to 3. Gets to the free throw line. Can't get it to go, but the foul called on Ezra Falkenberry is his 2nd. That'll be the 3rd team foul here in the second half, but Jaden Watts heads to the line to shoot 2. And Jaden eyes the basket. It's on the way, but too hard. That one won't go. Rollins checks in, replaces Ezra Falkenberry.
Yeah, they've got their big lineup in now.
Hartzog and Rollins both in there again, trying to shut down Kennedy.
Yeah, even with Deerking.
Jaden, 2nd free throw attempt on the way. And that one straight up and drops through. He's got 5 in the ball game. The Leopards are back up by 1, 28-27. Zeke works to the right wing. Rollins sets the screen. He'll go into the corner. Catch fire threes and air ball from
Hartzog.
And then in transition, Kennedy stops and then gets hammered from behind. And Ryan Kennedy will head back to the free throw line. That foul on Dierking is his second. This will be free throws 7 and 8.
Yeah, one good thing about this is Ryan is an excellent free throw shooter, probably over 80% easily.
I would agree. Well, he is 7 of 8 at the line tonight. He's got 17 points. And the Leopard lead is back up to 3 at 30-27. Zeke Falkenberry on the handle. Bryson on the defense there. Dierking, right elbow jumper up and good for Drew Dierking. That's a tough shot.
Yeah, it was. Going to his left, shooting it back to his right hand.
Henson will work left, goes to Ince. Jaden underneath Kennedy, got away from Rollins, and again, can't get it to go, but he'll draw the contact. Yeah. And Rollins just picked up his third. And Kennedy's going to go right back to the free throw line. And he'll continue to drop them in from there. Bryson Watts checks out for a breather. Ty Ferguson is in the ball game. Rollins is out. Ezra Falkenberry right back in. Kennedy's second free throw. That one doesn't go. Ezra Falkenberry with the miss. Outlet for Zeke. He'll push it to the right wing. Down to baseline. Ferguson stays with him, puts up a tough shot. I really thought Ferguson had pretty good defense there, but Zeke Falkenberry is just good at creating that contact. And Ferguson picks up his first, team's second. Zeke goes to the line. He's just, 2 for 6 there tonight now.
Yep.
But that one will drop in for him. He's got 8 now in the ball game, and he's tied it back up at 30. Seth Padilla checks in. Jaden Watts will get a chance to catch his breath. And Zeke short with that one. Kennedy with the miss. Quickly ahead to Ferguson. To Henson. Henson stops at the free throw line. Jumper's off the front iron, no good, but Ferguson comes away with a rebound. Leopards with another opportunity. Padilla down the baseline. Underneath, the reverse layup won't drop. Dierking with the miss for the Bulldogs. Outlet for Zeke as he'll push it up to the right side. Henson, great job of cutting off that drive. Up top, Hartzog. Mixon right off the three-point line by Kennedy. Behind the back pass to Dierking in the lane. High arcing shot won't drop. Kennedy with his 5th rebound. 31-30 Leopards, 4.5 to go here in the third. Henson to Padilla. Padilla back up top. Ince turns around on Hartzog, down low for Kennedy, who turned around on Hartzog, put it up and in. Puts the Leopards back up by 2. Zeke down the right side of the lane. And Ince just stood his ground. Ezra back out to Hartzog, run off the line, steps back, tries it a second time. Long rebound tipped. Mixon with it. Ezra tries it again. That one won't drop. But Kennedy skies for another rebound. Henson hesitates. Throws it underneath for Padilla, he went up and came down with it. That'll be a travel and 8th turnover on the Leopards. Number 5 is Corbin Perry, the senior, who has checked in for the Bulldogs. As Zeke Falkenberry will get a breather.
Send that coach a thank you card for giving Zeke a breather.
Hartzog, the reverse, can't get it to drop. Seth Padilla with the miss for the Leopards. Henson quickly the other way. The lob up top and a 2-hand jam for Ryan Kennedy. And Ince nearly comes up with a steal. 35-30 Leopards. And the 3 from Hartzog.
Yep.
And Henson down the right side of the lane puts it in. 37-33. Perry with Ferguson on him. Gets the ball out to Hunter Olson. Back over to Perry. He'll fire the three. Off the mark. Caleb Ince pulls down the miss for the Leopards. 2:40 left to go here in the third. It's 37-33. Leopards by 4. Ince to Padilla. Padilla from the free throw line has it blocked behind by Falconberry. But right into the hands of to Kennedy, who sent it out to Ferguson, who drains the three.
Yeah, good ball movement right there to find the open Ty Ferguson.
Dierking picked up by Ince, top of the key. Ezra, left wing. Comes back to Hartzog. He'll fire the three. It's off wide left, and the long rebound comes out to Ezra. Perry in the lane against Padilla. Tough shot, but Dierking's right there to clean it up. Gets stripped going up. And it'll be Bulldog basketball. Rollins returns for the Bulldogs. Hartzog sits. Caleb Ince will get a breather as Jaden Watts returns for the Leopards. Dierking to inbounds. And got it into Ezra, who got an easy one. Again, off a great set piece underneath.
Yep.
40-35, Leopards by 5. Jaden left wing, up to Ferguson, top of the key. He'll work to the right wing. They'll come out and pick him up, but couldn't get it to Kennedy. Jaden, now Kennedy pops out, top of the key, takes Rollins inside, and Kennedy lost the handle on the basketball. 9 turnovers now on the Leopards, and here comes Olson with the basketball. Gets it to Perry. Gets to the elbow, sends it to Rollins out in the left corner, and puts up a shot from there that won't go. Jaden Watts with his 5th rebound. Leopards starting to control the glass a little better. 1:10 to go. Leopards with the ball in a 5-point lead. Kennedy gets it top of the key. Looks underneath at Padilla. Has to go to Henson right wing instead. Henson drives to the right elbow. Elevates, jumps, and drops it in. Double figures for Mitchell now with 10. 42-35, Leopards by 7. Under a minute to go here in the third. Perry drives down. Olson, corner three on the way, up and good. 42-38, 4-point Leopard lead as we've got now 35 seconds left in the third. Watts, right wing, Jaden, up top to Padilla. And pass is tipped away from Kennedy inside, and that's the second time Padilla got himself in the air and came down with a basketball. That is now 9 to 10 turnovers on the Leopards. And Bryson Watts is going to check back in the ball game. And Padilla will check out. Caleb Ince is also checking back in. Ryan Kennedy is going to get a breather. So Henson and Kennedy will both check out. 27 seconds left in the third. 42-38, Leopards by 4. Perry will walk it up. Rollins comes to set the screen. Ferguson pushes Perry all the way to the baseline left side. Dierking got underneath and puts it up and in. And Leopard 7-point lead is down to 2. Under 10 to go. Bryson on the handle, top of the key. Drives the right side of the lane, elevates, can't get the roll this time, and Ezra claims it for the Bulldogs, and the Leopards, who had opened up a 7-point lead at 40-33.
Hey, Lindsay community. My name is Christian Torres, and I am the minister for the Lindsay Church of Christ. I would like to invite you to join us for worship Sundays at 10:45 a.m. and for Bible class Wednesdays at 7 p.m. Our address is 1205 West Cherokee Street. The Lindsay Church of Christ is a group of imperfect people who love God, His Word, and each other. And we love this community so much, and we pray that all the students and teachers have a great school year. Come and join us at the Lindsay Church of Christ.
So the Leopards will get the ball to start the fourth quarter. They lead by 2, 42-40. Henson, Ince, the Watts brothers, and Kennedy on the floor to start the fourth. And they get it to Henson, who got everybody in the air and puts it up and in. Leopards up by 4. Zeke Falkenberry back in the ball game. He sat a lot of that third quarter, and he's going to fire the three, and he got Henson to pick up the foul, and that is 4 now on Mitchell Henson. And again, Falkenberry is just that good at creating that contact to get that call. So Henson is going to check out with that 4th foul. Ty Ferguson is set to check in after Zeke shoots his first free throw, and it'll drop in for him. Oh, it's a 3-point shot.
Yeah.
I hadn't even thought about that, but it was a 3-point shot.
Yep.
Zeke hits the first one, misses the second one. Now Ferguson will check in. And third free throw from Zeke Falkenberry coming up. And that one will drop in. He's now in double figures with 10. 44-42, Leopards by 2, 7:35 left in the ball game. Ferguson right wing, up top Jaden. He'll work to the left side. Kennedy trying to post Rollins up underneath. Back to Ferguson between the circles. Kennedy pops out left wing. Thought about the three, but he comes up to Caleb Ince instead. Caleb's free away, and it's good. Caleb could not find that stroke in the first half. He did there, puts the Leopards up 5. Mixon sends it right side to Deerking. The lob inside, and Rollins can't get it to drop, but he'll go to the free throw line. The foul on Bryson Watts, his second. 4th team foul here in the second half, but this is 2 free throws coming up for Skylar Rollins, who has not scored in this game, and that one won't go either for him. His primary job is to shut down Ryan Kennedy.
Yeah, that's his job. Anything other than that is gravy.
And he won't get either one of the free throws to drop. Kennedy with his 7th rebound.
No gravy.
No gravy. Bryson sends it left side to Ferguson. Kennedy steps out, grabs it top of the key, looks underneath at Jaden, comes to right side to Caleb Ince instead. Back up top to Kennedy, over left side Bryson. Back to Jaden, top of the key, quickly right side. Caleb underneath in the lane. Kennedy turns around, steps through, it's not there, but the rebound tip won't go for Bryson, but Jaden is there to clean it up, and then he turned it over. Ezra stole it from behind, and we're going to get an offensive foul called on Ezra Falkenberry. Great hustle back from Ty Ferguson to get that one called. So that is number 3 on Ezra. 16 foul. Ferguson right wing. High post. Jaden over to Bryson. He'll go baseline. Sends it all the way to Caleb. 3 from the left wing is short. And rebound tipped out of bounds. And they're going to say it is Lexington basketball. Hertzog is going to check back in for the Bulldogs. Rollins will check out. 47-42, Leopards by 5. 6:09 left in the ball game. Hertzog picked up by Ince on that right wing, gets to the baseline. Bryson picks him up on the switch. Zeke on the backdoor cut, and again, so good at taking the contact and exaggerating the call to make sure he gets the whistle. And that one goes on Caleb Ince. That'll be his first. And 15 foul now on the Leopards, but Zeke Falkenberry back to the free throw line to shoot. And he'll get a shooter's roll on that one. Makes it a 4-point game, 47-43. Leopards on top. We've got 5:55 left in the ball game. And still a second free throw coming up from Zeke. And that one won't drop, but Ferguson tiptoed into the lane a little too early, so they're going to give Zeke a reprieve on that one. He'll get a second chance. And he'll make it work this time, and that one will go in. 47-44, timeout on the floor. 5:55 left in the ball game. Don't go away. You don't want to miss the end of this one. Leopard basketball is being brought to you by the First National Bank here on KBLP Live.
I'm Jess Thornburg with Homestead & Co. Realty. I'm a local realtor that lives locally. I live here and I work here. Growing up in rural Oklahoma, I was taught the value of doing the right thing. I know how valuable relationships are with good people. So I'd like to apply for the relationship of being your realtor. I'm not a high-pressure salesperson from the city, so call me at 405-471-9855 when you're thinking real estate. You'll get information from a real person without the sales pressure. Call me at 405-471-9855. Let's go, Lindsay.
Leopards with the basketball, a three-point lead coming out of the timeout. Ferguson has it right wing. He'll come up top to Jaden. He'll work left side. Can't get it in to Kennedy, so they'll work it back around. Jaden gets it back. Now Caleb breaks out left side, comes back up. Watts gets away from Zeke. Elbow jumper does not drop. Ezra with the miss. He will push the other way. Kennedy pushes him all the way to the corner, does not let him get in, and then knocked it out of bounds. It'll stay with the Bulldogs. Great defense and hustle there from Ryan Kennedy.
Absolutely.
Because staying with Ezra Falkenberry is not easy either.
No.
And Ezra has it top of the key.
Those Falkenberry kids can play now.
Mixon catch fire three from the right corner is up and good, and it is a tie game at 47. 5:11 left in the ball game. Ferguson up top to Jaden. Jaden can't get in and around Mixon, so comes back up top. Now Kennedy underneath, triple teamed, and no call on the foul. And Ezra comes away with the miss.
I thought there was a lot of contact
I
there.
did too. There was 2 or 3 guys in there on top of him.
Yeah.
Zeke picks up his dribble. Dierking has it knocked away by Caleb Inns. The Leopards have a break. Kennedy will not get the shot because he will be fouled before he can get there with it. And Kennedy will go to the line as Mixon picks up just his first. But Ryan Kennedy heads to the free throw line. He's got 22 in the ball game. And it will stay at 22 as he can't get that one to drop. Henson returns for the Leopards. He's back in there with those 4 fouls. So see if he can make this final 4:29 without picking up number 5, as Kennedy will drop that second free throw in, put the Leopards up by 1. Zeke pushes it up on Ferguson, gets a screen from Dierking. Kennedy picks up Zeke on the switch. Now Dierking double team, sends it back out left side Hartzog. Zeke behind the Hartzog screen puts up a 3 that's well short. And Dierking will pick up the rebound, get fouled by Ince, and go to the free throw line. Caleb picks up just his second personal, 16 foul. But Dierking will head to the line to shoot free throws. His first trip to the line tonight. And that one is way left. Can still tie the game up here at 48 if he gets this one to go. And they're looking at some, maybe some wet spots on the floor there where Dierking hit the floor. Drew Dierking's second one on the way. That one won't go either. And Kennedy with the rebound. Henson will bring it up. Leopards with the ball in a 1-point lead. We're halfway through this fourth quarter. Caleb Ince works left side, forces it underneath Kennedy, got his man in the air. They're going to count the basket for Ryan Kennedy. And the foul goes on Trey Hartzog, his third. Puts the Leopards up by 3, and a free throw still to come here for Kennedy. And Kennedy's free throw does not go. Zeke on the handle. Left side of the lane. Puts up a tough shot, and it goes. 50-49. 1 point Leopard lead. 3.5 left in the game. Ferguson right wing. Up top, Jaden. Jaden gets away from Ezra, sends it to Kennedy. Long three on the way from the left wing. Doesn't go. Caleb Ince tips the rebound out of bounds. It'll be Bulldog basketball. 3:13 left in the game. Leopards just a 1 point lead at 50-49. Zeke on the handle, top of the key. Works left, gets a screen from Deerking. Kennedy picks Zeke up now. He'll back out near the half line. Try to get away from Kennedy. He'll get down the lane, and Kennedy blocks his shot. Jaden Watts with the miss. Pushes it ahead. Can't get it to drop. Rebound tipped out of bounds. They're going to say Leopard basketball. So Henson will trigger underneath the basket. Wide open left corner. Caleb Ince turned down to 3. Goes back up top to Ferguson. Back over to Ince. Up top, Jaden to Henson. Right side, Ferguson. Back up top, Ince to Jaden. Left side. Henson still trying to get it underneath. Bulldogs doing a great job of keeping Kennedy double teamed enough. You can't get it to him. And now we're going to get a reach in from behind, I believe, on Hartzog. That will put Kennedy back at the line, and that'll be number 4 on Trey Hartzog.
Now Hartzog's got 4 threes on the evening. They really couldn't afford to lose him.
And Kennedy drops that one in. Puts the Leopards up by 2 at 51-49. 2.5 left in the ballgame. There's a long way to go in this one. And Ryan, 2 for 2 that trip at the line. Makes it a 3-point game. Zeke Falkenberry on the handle. Again, the screen from Deerking. Hesitates, takes it down. Tough runner won't drop. Rebound tipped around. And finally, Mitchell Henson will come up with it for the Leopards. Ahead to Ince. Coach Davidson yelling, slow down. We've got a 3-point lead, 2 minutes to go in the game. You don't have to do anything right here. Just run your offense.
Free throws and layups. That's what we used to call this. This is free throws and layups.
Ince on the handle to Henson, top of the key. Out to Jaden, into the left corner for Ince. Back up to Henson. He'll back it back out. Jaden. Up top, Ferguson. We'll go to a minute 40 left in the game. Henson gets away from Ezra, and he'll get fouled. And that'll be on Mixon. Ty Mixon's second personal. It's the 9th team foul. Mitchell Henson heads to the line. His first trip there tonight actually that's the 10th team foul, so it'll be 2. And Mitchell drains the front end. He's got 13 in the ball game now. 2-possession game. And Mitchell's second one is short. Caleb Ince nearly came up with an offensive board right there, but he knocks it out of bounds. 53-49, Leopards by 4, a minute and a half to go. Zeke Valkenberry picks it up midcourt. Again gets the screen from Deerking. The lob inside for Deerking. Shot no. Ferguson miss. Jaden Watts has it knocked away from him. Caleb Ince. And Ryan Kennedy with the 2-hand flush. 55-49. Leopards by 6. We approach a minute to go. 3-ball right wing. will not go for Zeke Falkenberry. Kennedy with the miss. Hartzog with the foul. That'll be his 5th. Kennedy now a double-double with 10 rebounds. So that'll be all for Trey Hartzog, who finishes with 14 points, 4 threes in the game. But he'll foul out with 1:02 left to go. That will get Skylar Rollins back in the game for Coach Thetford. 55-49 Leopards. And Kennedy doesn't get the free throw.
It's 2 shots.
Yeah.
I was going to say.
I was trying to figure out why everybody was looking like they were getting ready to go there.
Yeah.
I thought it was 2, but Kennedy's second one won't go either. Dierking with his 6th rebound. Zeke pushes the other way, gets down to the baseline, and we're going to get an and one from Zeke Falkenberry. Again, he hesitates, gets you to stop, and then leans into you, and you can't help but foul it.
Mm-hmm.
So 55-51 now. He can cut it to a one-possession game here if he can get this free throw to go. 55 seconds left in the ball game. And that one will drop. 55-52. Kennedy gets the pass and then gets knocked down. Drew Dierking with the foul. Dierking's 3rd. And 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 17. This will be the 18th and 19th free throws for Ryan Kennedy tonight.
Mm-hmm.
See if you can get a couple here. Kind of give the Leopards a little bit of breathing room, and that one will drop in. Pushes it back to a 2-possession game. Ferguson back in the game. Bryson will check out. And Kennedy's second free throw will also drop in. 57-52, Leopards by 5. 50 seconds left in the game. Zeke's 3 from the left wing, skips around, no good. But Caleb Ince cannot come up with the rebound, and it'll be Bulldog basketball. 46 seconds left. Mixon will trigger on the baseline. Still trying to find, and everybody stepped away from Dierking and let him have an easy one. And then Dierking will foul Ryan Kennedy. Yeah, it took so long, and it's like nobody paid attention to the fact that Dierking was still standing there.
Everybody was looking at Zeke and trying to make sure Zeke didn't get the ball, and Dierking was just standing there wide open.
So Kennedy with 2 more free throws, and that one won't drop. 38 seconds left. Kennedy gets that one to go. 58-54 Leopards. Zeke Falkenberry works to the right wing, out into the corner, and they're going to say Zeke stepped on the baseline out of bounds.
Yep.
Just the second turnover of the Bulldogs in the second half. That's impressive after 11 in the first half. And we'll get a hold on Falkenberry as Henson tried to get away. And Zeke will pick up his second. And Mitchell Henson will head to the line to shoot a couple of free throws. (58-54) Leopards by 4, 30 seconds left. I'm not sure if there was 3 seconds left I would feel comfortable. But Henson will drop that one in. Mitchell's second one on the way, and he'll go 2 for 2 that trip at the line. 60-54, Leopards by 6. Zeke, top of the key, drives to the right side. Mixon run off the three-point line. Back to Zeke, trying to get a three off, and he'll throw one up that hits the front of the rim. Ferguson ahead, and Kennedy's going to back it back out and throw it back court with 8 seconds left. Yep. He could have had an easy two-hand jam, very sportsmanship-like for Kennedy because he was just going to pull it out and run on the clock. But Lexington had other ideas. Deerking will fire a three that is off the front of the rim, no good. Rollins' shot at the buzzer won't go either, and the Leopards, for the second time, will end up with a 6-point win over the Bulldogs, 60-54. And I'll say this, we've had a couple of boys teams that we've played this year. This is probably the best 6-12 team you'll see anywhere in Lexington Bulldogs.
Yeah, absolutely. They put up a battle and gave us everything we wanted for 4 quarters.
So 60-54, Leopards win by 6. And again, they'll be in action next Tuesday night as they travel to Washington to take on the Warriors. We'll send it back up to Andrew. We'll come back and wrap this one up and get you ready to get out of here on a Friday night in Lindsay. Don't go away. We're back with more right after this time out on KBLP Live.
With Oklahoma's weather being unpredictable, you need a trusted roofing company. At Legacy Roofing and Construction, we are proud to serve Lindsay, Oklahoma, and the surrounding areas. Call Legacy Roofing and Construction for a free estimate at 405-756-8855 or visit our website at legacy-roofing.com.
Whether you want to promote your business or unite your team, depend on Design It. Locally owned and operated, we are dedicated to offering the service you need to give you the results you deserve. We are committed to providing you with custom screen printing, embroidery, custom graphic designs, logo designs, and we have a creative arts department and an in-house artist who can take your idea and give it our professional touch with custom art services. Contact us today.
Get your game day, or any day, off to a great start with Hot Mess Coffee at 213 South Main in Lindsay. Hot Mess Coffee Co. offers coffees, lattes, teas, and other tasty beverages, plus great food, too. Good luck to the Lindsay Leopards from Hot Mess Coffee Co. and Java House Realty at 213 South Main in Lindsay.
At Rural Electric Cooperative, we're committed to providing electric power and opportunity to the many areas our members call home. That includes supporting youth programs that teach life skills and build character. With REC, you're more than a customer, you're a member owner. And that's why we're always working hard to provide you with the most dependable electric power possible. As a Touchstone Energy Cooperative, REC is dedicated to providing the best service possible and supporting the communities in our service area.
Hey there, this is Trace Adams with Hassler Hot Oil Service. We are family owned and operated with over 25 years experience. I am a 4th generation Lindsay Leopard, and we proudly support Lindsay Leopards and Leopardettes athletically and academically in all their endeavors. Call my dad, Greg Adams, at 405-756-6075 for all of your hot oiler needs. Again, that's 405-756-6075. Go, Lindsay!
Back here to wrap up the boys matchup, the Lindsay Leopards with a 6-point win over the Lexington Bulldogs, 60-54, the final score. And looking at the final numbers, Zeke Falkenberry unofficially finishes with 17 on the night, 14 from Trey Hartzog before he fouled out with 1:02 left to go in the game. The only 2 players in double figures for the Bulldogs. Drew Deerking finishes with 8. 6 from Hunter Olson on a couple of 3-point baskets. Also 6 from Ezra Falkenberry and a 3-point basket from Ty Mixon rounds out the scoring for the Bulldogs. And I didn't check this with Glenn. I had them 9 of 21 from the free throw line.
9 of 20.
20. I was close.
Yep.
For the Bulldogs, for the Leopards, 32 points tonight for Ryan Kennedy. Had 13 in the first half and shot a ton of free throws. I didn't add them all up, but he shot a bunch of free throws tonight. 32 for Kennedy. Mitchell Henson finishes with 9 in the second half and has 15 in the ball game. 5 apiece from Jaden Watts and Caleb Ince, and a 3-point basket from Ty Ferguson rounds out the scoring for the Leopards. And I had them 18 of 27.
25.
Okay. I should have known better.
Ryan was 14 for 18 from the free throw line.
Wow. Unbelievable.
Yep.
So the Leopards do end up +9 on the glass at 28-19. And both teams took a little better care of the basketball, or at least Lexington did in the second half. They finished with 13 turnovers after had 11 in that first half. But the Leopards had 12 overall, 6 in both halves, and then that will send it over to Glenn.
Yep. Lexington actually ended up taking more shots from the field than Lindsay does, but a lot of that is because they were fouling and taking our shots away. So when another team, we shoot 25 free throws, they shoot 20, they really emphasized fouling there at the end, stopping the clock, and that took some shots away from us. But, you know, it was a battle of three-point game. They end up with 9 three-pointers, 9 for 25. So that's 36%. They were 9 for 25 from 2-point range. So they probably should have shot more threes, but and they end up with 9 free throws. So they end up 18 for 50 or 36% from the field. Lindsay, 18 2-pointers, 18 for 31, 2 for 10 from 3-point range, and 20 for 41 from the field for 49%. So good shooting night for the Leopards. Defense, boy, those guys are hard to guard. You got those Falconberry boys, and then when you throw in you know, other guys out there shooting threes and making threes, making threes, and Hartzog making threes, it really makes them hard to guard.
It does. And, you know, Zeke Falconberry finishes with 17, had 10 of those in the second half, but he shot 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. He shot 15 free throws himself. Mm-hmm. So, you know, in fact, he took all but 2, all but 4 of the free throws for Lexington. So, again, Zeke Falconberry is just a special player. He and Ezra both are very good ball players. Yep. Drew Deerking, for his size, does a great job underneath. They just, Ty Mexican hit threes. We saw Hartzog at his size. He's, 6'2", 6'3". Yeah. He had 4 threes in the game, and, you know, and made it tough for Kennedy underneath. They are, again, I would say they are probably one of the better teams that we play. And they're 6-12. I mean, they've had a rough stretch of just not being able to get the ones in the win column, but they've probably been in the majority of the games they've been in. So, So with that, again, the Leopards will improve to now 15-4 on the season, help protect that number 10 ranking in the state in Class 3A. The Bulldogs now drop to 6-13, and again, we'll see the Leopards in business over in Washington coming up on Tuesday night. With that, we're going to get out of here and say thank you. I need to shame JD. We're no longer calling him the engineer. He's now the bum.
The ski bum.
Yeah, the JD the bum Scruggs, who decided to skip out on the ball game tonight so he could go skiing, and sent me pictures of the slopes where they're at. So
the ski bunny is the ski bunny.
But no, I'm glad he's out having a good time out there in Colorado, or in New Mexico rather.
Yep.
But a big thank you to CC Lyon for stepping in and helping out, running the camera for us tonight, so that Andrew could run the laptop for us to get our live stream going. And of course, Brianna Miller back at our studios. Appreciate her very much, as well as running our FM broadcast back at the studios. Glenn, great job.
You too.
For all of us at KBLP, my name is Greg Peary. We're going to say goodnight from Leopard Arena, and we'll see you over to Washington coming up on a Tuesday night. Until we see you then, remember, whatever you do, always be a good sport.
First National Bank of Lindsay is proud to be a sponsor of tonight's broadcast. Whether you're looking for a business loan, personal loan, or a certain type of deposit product, chances are we have what you're looking for. First National Bank, locally owned and operated, insured by FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
PASS is a nonprofit organization who is devoted to making a difference in the substance use and abuse in Garvin County. The vision of PASS is to reduce the prevalence of drugs in our community through collaborative planning, community action, and policy engagement. We are a local coalition of individuals and organizations working together in our community to prevent substance abuse and provide support to families struggling with drug addiction. PASS is primarily run by volunteers, and we need your help so that PASS can continue to grow and serve our community. There are many opportunities to serve, so if you are not already a member of PASS and would like to join, then let us know you wish to be a volunteer. Thank you so much for being a part of this wonderful cause.